Yeah. I said that girl not like Hey, Dusty's in the group chat at 2 a.m. again. Drunk and wild accusations like as if they job a man. Bro, you look at me too long, you must be battling nerves. Just mean
Hey guys, welcome to the first chill and chill and destroy stream. So I went over to Threads, which I rarely go over to that platform. And when I went over there, I posted something that this is where this came from, right? Let me go to the post real quick. Liberals can't debate. They'll, number one, make up an excuse and run. Number two, call you a name and use it as a reference to number one. It becomes circular because they can't debate at all. And they'll call you a name, ad hom, you use steroids, which is not an argument at all. Number three, they really aren't great at debate at all. They aren't. I'm literally on every platform. I've been on Jubilee. I've been to universities. I've done debates on every platform. Still looking to go to Modern Day Debate at some point and do that, and then DebateCon. All that, and then number four, they are afraid of being proven wrong. I do moderated debates on YouTube on neutral platform. None of you will do well, which is tragic. This is what I posted a day ago. And then after I posted this a day ago, I got 1,200 responses. As liberals got furious and got pissed off, they proceeded to try to ratio me, which is a bunch of people versus one, which means they need a lot of people to jump you. 94 likes, which means that it's heavily packed full of liberals. That's really what this platform is. I'm going to open up a panel for anybody on the Threads app to come up and debate. We can debate any liberal talking point that you have. This could be like Trump would have been worse than Kamala. This could be, and I would love to debate anything like feminism is good for society. If you want to debate that, that's great. My point is the majority of them, maybe like 99.9% of them, the responses I got from these liberals on the Threads app. By the way, I posted this on Threads so they can see this. If they want to come up, I'm going to post the join link so they can come up on stage if they want to tonight and challenge me on any of these talking points. They can't debate worth shit. There was two people on there, one person that was on Jubilee, a celebrity from Ghost of Tsushima that possibly could come up, and then another celebrity got pissed at what I said and says he wants to come up and debate. So possibly we might have two celebrities come on and try to debate. These are big time liberal celebrities, and also a plethora of other liberals who think they could possibly debate too. So just like, the Andrew hate stream and all this, when he does these debates, I'm doing an open call to all these liberals on Threads. If you guys can debate, step up. Put your money where your mouth is. Be the first person to knock me out, maybe, logically, with sense, and maybe better rhetoric than me. Maybe you have that. Who knows? Guarantee you nobody will, and nobody has that. Let's go to the comments right now. Donating will help Martine not forget his streaming schedule. Doing well. Good to see a Stillman. I don't see Stillman's comment. Crazy. Maybe he wrote something insane and YouTube decided to delete it. Who knows? But I'll be opening this panel up so that way anybody can come up. If nobody comes up to debate a liberal talking point, you are proving my point that liberals cannot debate. And I'm fine if nobody comes up and this ends up being a one-man show. It ends up proving the prompt, right? That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and drop this in here real quick. Relentless said he sent sparkles. I don't even know what that means. He sent a meme or like the little emojis or something like that. I don't know. All right. The join link is in the chat. So if any of you liberals got the balls, cojones, and courage and think you can defend Biden's actions, you think you can defend Kamala as a president, you think that the Iran war is bad, you believe that feminism was for equality and to help all the women, you can step up. Because I'd like to see if any of you guys have the balls or cojones to even do such a thing. So we're waiting to see if anybody can step up in lieu of these people not stepping up, which is probably what's not going to happen. I'm going to be discussing a few things that are going to be happening. I have a debate with Steve Hofstetter, I guess his name is. He's this big-time liberal comedian. He'll be coming up, and we'll be doing a debate in June. I possibly have found the next enemy, Charlie, on Threads, and we have a debate that we're setting up too. It's crazy. We have these intellectuals that are liberals, lesbians, just like enemy Charlie, and say they can come up and debate. So I've put the call out. The bat signal is in the sky. Let's see if any of you guys can defend or beat the Dark Knight tonight. Pun intended. So I'm just telling you guys right now. So I am airing right now, and I'll put the call out on Threads again. None of you can come out and defend your points. Let me see real quick. So what I'm doing is I'm telling these people that they can come up at any point in time. Of course, I started this stream off a little late. My detractors. How are you guys doing out there, by the way? I know there's some people watching right now in the stream. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so once again, if any of my detractors want to come up, I put the call out. Matter of fact, if any of my detractors from X want to come up, because I'm airing from X as well, too. If you guys have beef with me, if you guys have any type of beef, if you guys have any controversial beef with me and you don't think that I should be talking, doing debates, and you guys think I'm a bad person, muscle man bad, or whatever this is, you guys can feel free to step up or just shut your mouth and sit back and watch how debate is done. How about that? Run and tell that. And all the black community out there that calls me a coon, so what? Raccoons are smarter than cats, resourceful, more adorable, and also easily more domesticated than cats and dogs, by the way. Fun fact, I don't know if any of you guys know that. What's up, Steelman, with a funny face here, by the way. Anyways, yeah, once again, I'm putting the call out to anybody out there that is a liberal. And let's go ahead and look up my next debate opponent. Here we go. American comedian Steve Hofstetter. This is the guy I'm going to be debating. Let me go ahead and open up this channel real quick. I want to link it because I want to show you guys. This is the guy I'm debating next. This guy, for some reason, ran from a debate with me. We didn't want to do a debate. He looks exactly like he could be Brian Shapiro's brother. I shit you not. He looks exactly like he could be Brian Shapiro. And then not to mention does he look like he could be Brian Shapiro's brother, but let me share this screen real quick. I gotta turn this music off too real quick. 2.2 seconds real quick. Ladies and gentlemen. So I can show you guys my next debate opponent that's coming up. I don't know why this guy has like a heckler owned by Steve Hofstetter. 9 more hecklers get owned by Steve Hofstetter. All the owning and all the roasting isn't going to help save his ass in this debate. So this is the guy that I'll be debating in June. Coming up. And I know I got the Vibe debate still coming up. And Tyler, your average debater, I'm supposed to still set that up too. I got plenty of debates coming up, but this is the next debater. This guy's a major liberal libtard. And apparently this guy's great at comedy. I've never seen any of his performances, but I guess I might as well do some homework here and do some debate prep and watch this guy real quick. Let me turn this down real quick because I got some music up. Turn this down for just 2.2 seconds real quick. Also, once again, if you are a detractor on Threads or X, of course, I got a ton of them on X, but I've even got quadruple the amount on Threads. You guys see this podcast is airing live. You guys can step up. The join link is in the chat. I am going to screen you backstage. You do have to cam up. There will be definite screening backstage. I can't even talk. I had a long ass day. Definite screening backstage. This is the next debate opponent that I have coming up. Steve Hofstetter. Heckler is ahead of his time. I don't know. This is the guy I'm debating next in June.
I was in Australia.
He looks like he could be Brian Shapiro's older brother, maybe. I don't know, with hair this time.
And I wanted to get breakfast. I went into this grocery store, and I saw a deli case with some hash browns, and I was like, oh, I can.
This guy's getting destroyed in the debate. This guy's getting destroyed. But let's see how he handles hecklers. I got to see, because this is debate research. I'm doing debate prep.
Go for some hash browns right now. But then I thought, oh, no, what if they don't use the word hash browns here? I don't want to sound stupid. And if you don't know what the phrase hash browns means, the first time you hear it, you do not immediately think crispy potato. No, if I walked up to you and was like, hey, can I get some hash browns? You'd be like, I don't sell drugs. I don't appreciate the implication.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Mescaline Dreamer? Good to see you. Yeah, I like Metallica. I'm glad you caught the reference. I've heard of this guy before. He's a troll. Yeah, he'll roast his, according to what I've heard, he roast his people, people in the audience and all this. I'm supposed to debate this guy. He ran the first time we were going to do a debate, and I got receipts about him running. He wanted to charge me $2,000 to debate him. And I was like, I don't charge anybody. I went to Jubilee, paid all kinds of money, only got $50. You think I'm going to pay you to debate? Like, this is stupid. But now, because he can donate to a charity, he wants to do a Zoom debate. Who does Zoom? Modern Day Debates does Zoom, but James, let me tell you something. I wanted to do 3 debates on Modern Day Debate. The first time, James Coons from Modern Day Debates says, your opponent doesn't have much clout. They don't have enough followers. Next time, get an opponent that has a bigger fan base. Oh, so that's the prerequisite to debate? Because I have quasi fame and the other guy's a nobody? I can't debate them on your channel? He said, yeah, that's correct. So then Dusty rolls along, and Dusty has a bit of a following. People like him. He knows who Dusty is. And then what James Coons said was, he said, well, the topic isn't that interesting to me. Nah, I'm not letting you up because what? Fitness should be nationalized in America is not of interest. Whatever. So next thing you know, I came to him again. He didn't even respond to my email. I'm just like, bro, you're so behind. You're like in 2009, you use Zoom, you only respond via email. What's next? A fax machine and a pager? I'm just like, bro. Meanwhile, you got complete dummies that debate on Modern Day Debate. We had Manar, of all people, before me. I've had 3 requests before Manar came on the Modern Day Debate. And I turned around and I said, you know what? I'm not requesting to be on Modern Day Debate again. This is ridiculous. When Minar can get on Modern Day Debate, spaz out, freak out, and look like a complete idiot, but me, I have a reasonable request with good prompts. Nope, can't get on. And then when I go on Threads and I tell people we can do it on Modern Day Debate as long as you have a good fan base and all this, every liberal that I talk to is like, Modern Day Debate is a joke. Every liberal thinks that. I'm not saying that they're right about this, but in my experience, when I talk to James and try to get a debate, I don't know, he shirks me, the hand waves me to the side. It's like, whatever. This is just an anecdote. Maybe it'll be different with somebody else, but in my experience, like I have to pull an arm and a leg just to get a debate, a Modern Day Debate. Meanwhile, Minar somehow gets a tag team debate on Modern Day Debate. But somehow that, I don't, boggles my, maybe somebody out there has an answer. I don't have the answer. Marte, this guy plays the J card. Is that what the angle he's working on? Let's go ahead and tune in because I'm doing some debate prep, and I'm also inviting on detractors. If I have ops out there, you guys can come up and try to debate if you want to. These are the debate prompts. I will defend Trump on anything. Try your luck at trying to defeat me in a debate on that. And also, feminism is an extermination cult. That's what it is. It's an extermination cult. That's what it is. Those are the prompts. I'll defend Trump on anything. And feminism is a death cult. So liberals, if you guys are hanging out in the chat, or if you guys see this, feel free to jump up if you disagree. And logically, back this up with some decent rhetoric and maybe have an intellectual conversation as I eviscerate you. I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to use ad homs or any of that stuff. I'm very patient. I'll hear you out. We can have a pseudo conversation, but you're going to get pushback. If you guys say that I'm this horrible debater, like you, all of you guys on Threads said, you're trash, you're bad, you get destroyed. But then when I ask you guys on Threads all the time, okay, cool, give me a demonstration when I lost the debate. I have videos everywhere doing debates. Send me a video where I got owned or destroyed in a debate. And I even conceded. I said I lost to Destiny. I'll even concede that. A narrow loss to Destiny on J6. Guarantee if me and Destiny went up again, I'm not losing. Because I've only gotten better. As a matter of fact, J6 is a joke. I can do that with my eyes closed now. It's been that long and I've developed that much. But anyways, any liberals that are watching this, you guys say I'm a trash debater, I'm bad. Put your money where your mouth is at. Put the money where the mouth is. Otherwise, if not, shut it. And then when you do shut it, you're proving my whole point on Threads that liberals cannot debate. They can't back their shit up at all. You guys can't. To be honest with you, there's no excuses. So when I call you guys cowards and I say you guys don't have balls, guts, or courage, what say you? Your lack of presence here is proving the prompt. You guys make up excuses on why you guys can't debate or do any of that stuff. All right, well, I'll be debating this guy in June, and I can't find a single debate with this guy. I think there's one. Let me see if there is one.
So I thought on my feet, I simplified, and I said, could I please have that? Figured that would work, right? But she didn't know what I was pointing to, so she asked me to clarify. And I panicked. I tried to keep it simple, but I panicked. I said, could I please have a case potato? That's what I asked for, a case potato. I, an adult, asked another adult for a case potato. And here's the thing, Roanoke, it fucking worked because she saw the case, she saw the potato, she's like, that must be a case potato. And she gave me one. And let me tell you, one of the best case potatoes I've ever had. It was phenomenal. Crispy on the
Okay, I think I might have found a debate with this guy. Let's go check this out. So this is the guy I'm going to be debating pretty soon. Hey, what's up, Cool Vic? Good to see you and all the people from Cool Vic's channel. I'm actually going to be defending myself against a bunch of libtards who are going to be crashing. And this is going to be a hate stream. So I'm going to be debating a bunch of liberals from Threads and X that are challenged to step up. Good to see you, Cool Vic. J people aren't very funny. Yeah, I know. This is the guy I'm going to have to debate pretty soon. In this, you know what I'm saying? So we're also neurons. Hey, good to see you guys too. Good to see the neurons out there too. Yeah, I'll be debating Steve Hofstetter in June. It's funny because I tried to set this up on Modern Day Debate, but James Coons turned it down. Weird. It's like the third debate he's turned down. He's turned down one debate because the person didn't have enough clout, which is weird. Apparently, you have to have a big enough following to show up. Yet Minar is you guys can call him whatever you want, but it was kind of like almost a diss when I saw Minar in there, but I couldn't get on in 3 attempts from different people and prompts. Maybe the Dusty thing was an overreach, but yeah, this is the guy I'll be debating, and I'm trying to find somebody. If you guys are out there and there's a platform that does Zoom, this guy only wants to do a debate on Zoom. This apparently he calls himself a famous comedian. He says he's famous. He's got 1 million subscribers on YouTube and stuff, and some liberal comedian. All the jokes and the roasting he does on his audience is not going to save him. So not only do I have to debate this guy, but I'm doing a little bit of debate research, and at the same time, inviting my detractors to step up on stage. The join link is in the chat. So if you are a liberal detractor from Threads or X, I'm here to defend Trump and also tell that feminism is a death cult. That's my stance. Feminism is an extermination guild and a death cult. An extinction level event of propaganda. And also, I'm here to defend the Trump administration. If you disagree, the link is in the chat. In fact, I'll put it up again if you guys want to come up and, you liberals on Threads and X say that I can't debate. Yet when I ask you guys for I put the link again in the chat. You guys say that I can't debate. And I can't handle myself, but when I ask you, I have debates everywhere. There's videos of me doing debate everywhere from Jubilee. There's 2 of me at a university debating, and then a couple of me on podcast, and then a shit ton of debates that I do that are moderated from Swords of Reason, old debates from Sarah Raging Tomato, to you name it, to the Potato Tyler's Network. I've done debates everywhere. So any liberals in the chat, my videos are everywhere. If you could show me where I'm a trash debater, got bodied. This is what I got told on Threads. I've been bodied and I've taken a numerous amount of L's in debates. Where are they at though? Oh, in fact, you can do one better and then step up and get on the panel if you want to. So there it is right there. You guys are allowed to come up. Test your might. This is like Mortal Kombat. Remember, there's the whole Test Your Might series? Well, you guys can literally do that as I'm doing debate prep. So I'm open. It's open season on little old me. I have no backup. There's no moderator. You can treat. Give me your best shot at debate. If you guys are great. I know there was like 3 people on Jubilee. There was 2 celebrities on Threads that challenged me. There was the guy actor from Ghost of Tsushima. I know you're listening because you said that you challenged me on Threads, and there was another actor that's very liberal on Threads that challenged me and said, you can come up and out debate me. Well, you guys are great actors at whatever you do, but you guys can't be great debaters if you're a liberal. That's my premise. This is going to be insane. If you guys want to step up, the link is in the chat. This is crazy. Anyways, you guys can come up. If you guys think I'm a trash debater because you say conservatives and Republican people cannot debate, prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's go ahead and share this stream because I think I've been on the hunt for this guy's debates. I know that there's another guy debating him this month. Oh, let me stop that real quick. There's another guy debating him this month. And he says that there's a debate. There's an actual debate of this guy, Steve Hofstetter, debating. Let's go ahead and tune in and bring this to the stage real quick. Apparently, I don't know if he's debating an anti-vaxxer. Let's go check this out real quick.
I'm progressive. And then I got this question anyway.
Republican or Democrat?
Republican or Democrat?
Oh, that's not a debate. But anyways, this is good debate prep anyways for this guy.
Hold on a second. I'm guessing you're Republican, right? Of course you are. Yeah, because you haven't picked up what I am by now.
context clues.
So obviously this guy's a libtard comedian, and all these little jabs and the roasts and all that stuff isn't going to cut the mustard, especially when it comes to debate. He can try to do this all he wants to. He's just going to get dog walked and stopped in this debate in June. Matter of fact, this debate's happening in June. The guy wants to hold this debate on Zoom because he's selling tickets for our debate that we're having for some liberal charity for Planned Parenthood. He wants to sell tickets for Planned Parenthood. It's literally what he's doing. So he wants to promote this, but because he wants to promote this for a liberal charity, he must get destroyed in this debate. I'm going to dog walk this guy, stomp him, and eviscerate him into oblivion, because this may be working on stage for him. He may make all these liberal people happy, laughing. It's not going to be a joke in June when I debate this guy.
What's the weirdest thing you ever printed? Be like, oh, a sign that said, please love each other? It's fucking weird. You don't know how to print. Well, your company's doing great. Are you just with them? You're different printing. What do you do for a living? I'm a nurse practitioner. You're a nurse practitioner.
Okay, obviously I haven't been paying attention to the chat, and let me go ahead and check because people are supposed to step up. Let's go ahead and look at the chat. Nappy Nad says, yeah, but you're kind of bad at it. Okay, kind of bad at it. What was the last debate I had? What was that guy's name? Forgot his name. Total blowout. It was like 86% versus like 13% blowout in the poll. What was Minar? I did a 2v1 against Minar and Mr. Work. 92% in the polls. What'd they get? 7%? That was 2 people. How do I blow 2 people out in a debate? What was the last debate? LB's blowout. She got 4% in the polls. I beat her like by 96%. What's the next? Oh man, I'm still waiting for where I'm bad. Like when you say I'm kind of bad at it, you mean bad at winning? So like, what are we talking here? Like bad at winning debates, or what do you mean? I'm not winning as good as you like? Because I mean, where are the L's at? If I was bad at debates, there would have to be a trail of losses here. Matter of fact, Nappy Nads, you can always show up if you want to and then prove. We can go ahead and pick a topic. And this could be like kind of like practice if you want. We could do a mock debate if you want. Let's see how you do in a mock debate. We can even do that. If I'm bad at debate, you could do a demonstration. It's fine. It's fine. But, you know, a lot of people don't want to demonstrate anything. They say this stuff. You're bad because you're bad. Okay, where was I bad at? No demonstration. Anyways, let's continue.
Practitioner. All right. Are you vaccinated?
Hell no.
You're smart.
It shows.
Well, let's see. You know what? Let's do a show here next year. No, you won't.
Wow, this guy's not funny. This guy's a comedian. Surely he has to make me laugh at some point. I'll give this guy, another minute, 30 seconds? Because if you're a comedian, you know, I'm supposed to laugh at you, right? You're supposed to be funny, right?
Who else? You what?
We'll place a bet.
We'll place a bet.
My life insurance versus yours.
What'd you say?
My life insurance versus yours.
Your life insurance versus mine.
Next year, right here.
Next year. Okay. So as a
Yeah, this guy's not funny. We're going to move on to a debate. I did find a debate with him since I was looking. I was trying to listen. I was like, well, surely this comedian is funny. Nope. Not funny at all. Maybe in preschool, maybe. Maybe in daycare, he's funny to a class of daycare students. All right, here we go. The Brian Shapiro older brother lookalike. Jeez, what a mug on this guy. All right, let's continue. Apparently, he's doing a debate of the union versus Chris Lowe. He has one debate. Okay, well, he's at least got one debate under his belt. Let's see if this guy cuts the mustard. Let's go check it out real quick.
Charles on in a second, and we're going to have a little conversation, which kind of establishes who we are. And then from there, we are going to talk about the topic that started this whole thing. And then we are going to be taking some questions. Sometimes the subjects will be subjects of our choosing. Sometimes we will turn to you for subjects. You can put general subjects in the chat. You can put specific questions, etc. And Taylor and Molly will do their best to get to everyone. Now, that said, we want people unmuted. This is supposed to be a town hall. And so if you are in a place where you're
I moved to the
Go ahead, fast forward to the debate real quick.
I don't really know what, because I'm not the normal Trump supporter, right? Like, because I've never worn like the red hat. I didn't put the Band-Aid on my ear.
Oh, okay. So this guy's debating somebody who's not a normal Trump supporter. He doesn't wear the red hat or anything like that. So what is this guy, like a fence-sitting Trump supporter? I don't get it. What an opponent to pick, and you're going to pick me? I am definitely not a fence sitter. I'm a Trump over Kamala any day, any day. Republican over Democrat any day till I die. That's how I am. And this guy's surely not that for sure.
After he got shot, like I'm not the normal the Trump supporter, but I have voted for him every single election. And I, have researched him and his policies, and I do agree with most of them. So if you have to put me in a group, you could just say a typical conservative.
Conservative. Okay. And when you say conservative, do you mean economically, socially? I'm just trying to establish where you are on this.
It's kind of broad because I agree with some liberal views and some conservative views on.
You know what's funny? We're not even debating politics. The debate against me versus this guy, Steve Hofstetter, the guy on the right, if you guys are just tuning in right now, is going to be that feminism is a death cult. Feminism is the propaganda of an extinction level event. I know I said a lot in a nutshell, but I'm going to try to make the prompt more concise. Something to that effect. That's what the prompt is going to be before June. And this guy's selling a lot of tickets. And the tickets are going to a liberal charity that's adjacent to Planned Parenthood. Crazy, right? So that's the guy I'm debating. And he ran from me because he couldn't sell tickets the first time. But now it's like, it's a weird, crazy story. So I had to really goad this guy into this debate, by the way, because he ran. But we're going to debate after June 6th. And here we go.
The topics that you just said. So, we'll get into that later. But I don't really want to put me in any particular group. Does that make sense?
It does, although I'll be honest, it sounds to me like you don't know.
Okay. But, so what do you consider yourself then?
I consider myself a progressive. Okay. I am not
of
liberal.
Course.
I believe that there is a difference. When people ask me what the difference is, I try to explain that progressive wants society to move forward, the greatest good for the greatest number. Whereas liberal tries to appeal to.
Okay. So he might be a utilitarian, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's a utilitarian. Oh my God. Let the bodies hit the floor. This is going to be crazy. That's the thing, though, is I was looking forward to debating this guy because he was a freaking flaming liberal. And you know what's going to happen? That's what's going to happen by the time I'm done with this guy. There's going to be a massive explosion, and this guy's going to be bodied. This is going to be a bloodbath of a debate in June.
To everyone, and I don't think that's practical. So I consider myself a progressive, which is further left than most Democrats. But I bristle and find it very.
Wait, he's further left than most Democrats? You got to be joking. To stop the cap. Oh, man, tell me that this is not Christmas for me. Further left than most Democrats is wild.
Silly when anybody compares that to communism or something like that, because it's not. I would say that I am somewhere between, as it stands currently, somewhere between a Democrat and a democratic socialist.
Ooh, even worse. You sit between a Democrat and a democratic socialist? Oh, man, this is going to be a doozy of a debate, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be happening. Damn, this guy, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's anyways, this is a W already waiting to happen. This guy's going to be done.
In the chat for me.
Yeah, totally donezo for this guy. Yeah, may the Lord have mercy on this guy's soul in June when we face off.
I am certainly not socialist on everything, but I do believe that socialism does, degrees of socialism help society a great deal.
Like, are you Mamdani socialism or Stalin socialism? Like, what are we talking here? To what degree are we talking about?
So that's where I would define myself.
Okay, I understand. Yep.
Okay, so let's get to how this started, because I'm very curious to know a little more about this. Okay.
What kind of debate? Look, this guy is not experienced at all. This guy has he's doing an interview. Like, this is a Zoom job interview right now. Like, okay, I get it. Maybe you're not used to doing debates. Big guy, I'm just going to call you big guy, because if they call you big guy in prison, that's the opposite. So anyways, big guy, if you're not used to doing debates and all you're used to doing is stand-up comedy and roasting people, the funeral services that will be held in June are going to be monumental, because if this is tantamount to a Zoom job interview right now, I just want to get to know you a little bit more and find out what I'm like. But what? Debate the prompt already. Let's get to this. Throw some blows. Nope. Are they both liberal? Because that's what I'm beginning to believe her now. There's nothing happening right now. This is crazy. Insane. Yeah, he's a schnozzy socialist. Probably best worst guess. Yeah, I know. That's what he sounds like. He says he's a Democrat and a Democrat socialist, like right in between that. Oh man, I don't think he knows what he's in for. I've been doing debates back to back for months on end for well over a year with no stop, endlessly. And this guy does one debate and he says, well, all Republicans have to be destroyed in debates. Sir, you have one debate under your belt. Oh man. And this is like the job interview Zoom that's happening right now. Oh man, this is like watching paint dry. But let's get to the debate.
So I posted a joke on Facebook. Where I said that Trump wasted 2 billion gallons of water and in California, and yet Ben Shapiro's wife remains unaffected. That was the joke.
Yeah.
Now, you saw.
Why are you placating to this liberal scumbag and you're laughing? That wasn't even funny. Like, bro, hey, audience chat, I'm going to let you know right now, when this libtard gets on the panel, I'm not going to placate. I'm not going to laugh unless it's funny, because if he actually says something that's funny, he earned it because of years of comedy and stuff. You see the transparency and the honesty I'm giving you? I'm not going to give you the fake laugh that this guy's giving you, because that shit sure as hell wasn't funny. If I asked that guy what he meant by this, he probably wouldn't even know the meaning of the joke. Or how I know the meaning of the joke, and I still don't find it funny. It's odd.
That joke, and you replied, and I'm reading this word for word.
Yep.
Cute, highlight his shortcomings. Funny, considering I mentioned Ben Shapiro. Now show where the Dems had shortcomings. You won't debate someone with intelligence. You go for low-hanging fruit. Stick to hecklers. You're a shill being paid like paid actors. I have so many questions.
Well, I mean, what he said was pretty based. Hold on. Let me hear what this guy said. He said something that was pretty based, though.
Debate someone with intelligence. You go for low-hanging fruit. Stick to hecklers. You're a shill being paid like paid actors.
Yeah, you can't debate somebody with intelligence. Yeah, I would lean towards agreeing with him. The rest, questionable. But the first part, based as hell, for sure.
I have so many questions. One, who do you think pays me to be a shill?
I think it was more like shock content.
So you were just shit posting? No, I'd actually be honest and be like, you can't debate anybody worth a shit that's rational and intelligent. And I would just left it at that. The reason why is because he now has to demonstrate this. It isn't exactly an assumptive claim, but he actually has to debate. The other stuff about who you're getting paid and stuff is a reach. He'll get destroyed on this because he just made it up. I would never make that claim, but
Notice me. Do I really think you're a paid actor? No, I actually think you truly believe what you believe. That being said, going back to your post about leaving your old studio or whatever because of Kanye, you have your own beliefs, right? And you're allowed to have your own beliefs. I honestly didn't think you would respond to me because I had posted on a lot of your other posts with facts. and you never even bothered to respond to me. But when I called you a shill that's getting paid, you were like, oh, okay, game on. And then you challenged me to a debate, and here we are. So
if I could just read this one more time.
yeah.
Okay, so the guy on the left, I'm beginning to think like he doesn't know how to debate or has never done a debate. So both of these people have never done any competent level of debate before, or any First of all, ladies and gentlemen, anybody in my chat can see, I'll tell you how I know that these two haven't done debate before. Because for one, they sound like they're winging it. And for two, with the elephant in the room, there's no freaking moderator here. They're just making shit up as they go and just having a conversation. This isn't even a debate. They're just going with the whole lore of how this debate started. This isn't a debate yet. What the hell's going on?
You brought up the debate. You said you won't debate someone with intelligence. You go for low-hanging fruit. And so I said, okay, fine, let's go. I was not replying to you calling me a paid shill. I was replying to the incessant comments I get from people asking me to debate them. I saw this as one of them. Did I read that incorrectly?
No, I honestly am all about debating you, or having a discussion, or whatever you want to call it.
No, debate, not a discussion. Wreck this guy. What are you doing? What are you talking about? I'm open to having a conversation. What are you, a liberal now? What the hell's going on here?
So here we are.
So why would you post something you don't believe?
Why would I post something I don't believe?
Yes, like when you said I was a paid actor, and I mean that sounds a little.
First of all, that was a dumb statement. I would have never made that statement because, for one, you can't really back that up. You don't know with any certainty. I would have just stuck to, you can't debate anybody with any worthwhile intelligence, or that's a decent debater. Any of this stuff, I would have just stuck to this. But I guess in order for him to have to pull him and grab the attention in the comments, he had to make the statement. Maybe I get it. Maybe I had to troll a little bit to be the loudest ringing bell in the chat section. Who knows? But I would have said, yeah, let's forget that. I'll even concede that. But you're here now. Let's debate the fact that you can't debate anybody worthwhile of any type of substantive content, or creates any type of modicum of intelligence, right? Or can debate at all, right? You can't do it. Let's debate that. I'll concede the fact that you're not a paid shill. All right. Let's see if you even can cut the mustard. And I would have just did that. I would have just honestly did that.
Tinfoily to me. Why would you post something tinfoily just for a
And now Steve's going to go ahead and try to bury him on this comment that he made. He could have just conceded. He could have just been like, yeah, fine. I just said that because I was trolling. But now that I have you here, I'm about to demonstrate why you're unable to debate, and that you can't defend yourself, and you can only defend yourself against hecklers in the audience. You can't even defend Kamala. You can't defend Biden. And I just would have went that route and just got it. Feminism is a wretched poison to humanity. I would have just said all that, said, pick a straw, pick any one of them, and we can debate any of these, because you can't debate. I would have just been talking so much shit. I would have conceded that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you aren't a paid shill. I'll concede that. But since you're here, I would have just been like that and just started wrecking. Let's go.
Why would you agree with Trump? I mean,
What?
you agreed with Trump.
When?
At one of your comedy shows, you said a guy made a comment, and you were in North Dakota, and you said, look, the education system. And now Trump's getting rid of the education system and putting it down at the state level. So you see how you can spin things? You see
No.
So
Charles.
So yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and I'm
so,
sorry, I'm not going to interrupt. You can finish what you're saying.
No, I'm done. I mean, you agreed with Trump, right? Like, you can spin things however you.
Oh, this guy Steve's gonna get body slammed and destroyed in June. Oh no, go ahead. It's your turn. Look. Chat, I'm not even going to be this nice to him when I see him in June. It's a wrap. I'm probably going to wear some black Jordans. What do you call them? The Air Force. I might wear some Air Force Ones for that debate. Anybody, if you know, you know. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Want, right? You're like, oh, why did you post something that you didn't agree with? Up until I saw your post about Kanye, I actually thought you were a paid actor.
So, hey, what's going on? Win somehow. I will win somehow. Wow, that's a unique name. Al Winstonhouse he's basically Brian Shapiro that thinks he's a comedian and isn't as emotionally unstable on the surface. Yeah, it's a good point here. Like, that's basically what he is. I called him like the Brian Shapiro older brother. Yeah, that's who I'm debating in June. And it's going to be a pretty wild debate. Well, it's going to be unfortunate for this guy.
Through USAID now, because it's coming out, they're paying the media, right? So, and this is not debatable. It's shown in contracts that they paid Ukraine media, and then they echoed that to the United States. Okay, so
okay, hold on a second. There's so much to unpack here.
Yeah,
I was responding just now to you saying that you posted it for shock value and you didn't believe it. So then you said that you believed it. You believed I was a paid shill until I posted that I left my agent over him signing Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to the time when you did believe I was.
Okay, so his agent signed Kanye. So this guy was telling me how big time he was, and now he's talking about Kanye West and all this other stuff. You know what? Maybe there's a reason why your agent left you, because you're not funny. To be honest with you, I haven't laughed at any of your jokes. I mean, let's move forward. That's neither here nor there. I'm here for the research and study. And also, anybody, if you're in chat and you are a flaming libtard, the link is in the chat if you guys want to come up and test your might. Just go let you know. I'll even put it in the chat again, too. If you're a flaming libtard and you come from threads from that community where I put the challenge out actively, and also on X, if you're a detractor and you tell me that I can't debate and I don't have any skills and all this, I've heard it all. Matter of fact, you guys try to ratio me on both platforms. Well, it's all of you versus one of me now. The floor is open. If you guys want to say that I'm a non-debater and all this other stuff, prove me wrong, right? But if you don't step up, you're literally proving the prompt that I just put up, that libtards and liberals and leftists cannot debate at all. You guys are cowards. You run. No balls, courage, any of this stuff. No bravery. All right. Anyways, let's continue with Brian Shapiro's older brother.
Was a paid show. Okay. And I do want to get back to this whole, because I said the education system needs to be better. That means I agree with Trump, because that is delightfully silly. You think that USAID pays comedians to echo their talking points?
I think they pay companies who shell out.
So this guy's losing this debate, the Charles guy. He starts off with, I think. Okay, so you don't know? Like, you don't know? Well, basically, you might as well say, maybe this happens. What the? Oh, man. Two people that can't debate. This is wild. This is crazy. I know that both of them don't have any experience in debate. One's a comedian, and then one has no experience in debate. I could just tell. Damn, I think it's crazy.
Out to other people. I'm not saying they directly pay you. Like, you understand how money works, right? Like, they pay someone, and then that trickles down, right? Like, we can agree on that. Like,
no, hold on.
Hey, what's going on? Debate bro on left, number 2. I see you in the back room. So I'm going to need you to kind of like cam up a bit. If you're from Threads or X, I need you to cam up a little bit, because I got to do some screening, because I know I've offered this challenge to all my detractors to come up. If you guys want to come up and challenge, because I'm not going to have anybody try to dox, wreck my screen, or do any of this stuff. This is insane. I will win some house says, I got to take off and work in the morning, but I subscribed and I'm looking forward to debate with this loser. Yeah, this guy's getting wrecked so bad. Brian Shapiro's older brother is getting wrecked really bad. It's insane. He ran from the first time I tried to debate him. And then he says he's crying about Kanye West taking his manager away. And now he's on the road going on tour, but he can make some time to debate me in June. Wild shit here. Anyways, I didn't know that Brian Shapiro had an older brother, but apparently he's a terrible comedian, can't make jokes or any of this stuff. Anyways, back to this. Backstage debate bro on left, number 2. I'm not bringing you up unless you cam up. I mean, you look like a guy named Emmett. Oh, yeah, you are. You are a guy named Emmett. What's up, man? What's up, Emmett?
First of all, I'm the babe bro number 2, and I will see if you actually want to engage with me in good faith or not. Okay.
How much soy have you had before you jumped on the panel? Because your voice.
I just had my soy latte. Okay. Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting.
Several octaves higher.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, it's every time. Like,
wait, hold on. Is that First Amender, the rat?
Yeah, it's me. Okay, you have to understand that I did this with
my god,
my heroes in mind. Okay, I have first off, shout out to Brian Shapiro and the 58 different felonies for Trump. Because are you?
No.
How can you support Trump? How can you anyway? Yeah, you say you wanted to debate. Okay, I want to debate. What's the topic? What's the topic on the debate, bro?
Oh, you want the topic of debate?
Yeah.
Okay. Menar's belief system is not good for America.
Okay, first of all, his belief system is the greatest belief system that's ever happened. Okay. Do you know who Menar is? Do you know what Trump did? You know what Trump did? He went on and bombed the Ayatollah.
How's that 8-year-old age of consent working for you guys out there? How's that working for you guys out there?
Trump went on and bombed Iran, and then they retreated. Okay, it's over. It's over.
Good.
We lost again. Every single time it has to be like this. I can't believe it. By the way, I think that's another felony. Now we're at 56, and we just started counting.
Well, hold on. If Iran knew that you were gay, wouldn't that be another felony for you?
I'm not gay. I'm bisexual.
If they found out you were bisexual, wouldn't that be a felony in your religion? Wouldn't that be a religious felony to them?
I don't know. What does it matter? You see, bad faith. Just bad faith. All
First
over
Amender.
the place.
First Amender, do you think they would accept you in Iran being First Amender?
Yes, of course. Of course they would. Look, I have a rat and everything. Yeah. They would be like, oh, this is part of the rat folk. And then they would have me on.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. They get the exterminator out for you too. That's what would probably happen. The Muslims would be happy to bring out the exterminator. They'd bring out the raid for you, bro. Speaking of which.
Listen, okay, it doesn't matter. It's a tu quoque. Well, it's not about me. It's about Trump. How do you support a 78 felon, okay? President, how dare you?
78 now?
Well, we're just adding. We're just adding felonies, okay?
We're
going
to impeach. 34 count now.
Impeach him. What are you gonna do? You probably believe in creationism. Creationist, okay?
Wait, First Amender. That's what you believe in, right?
I'm an evolution tard, okay?
So you made sure that the tard was in there. I like that. Okay, the self-own, I love it. The self-own is automatic, I see.
Bad faith. This guy's just bad faith. Impossible to debate, okay? Impossible. I came here in good faith with my debate bro tactics. He goes on with two quoque. Okay, two quoque. It's not about me, it's about Trump. And then he goes on in bad faith. Okay, what is the actual topic of the debate you want to debate, bro?
Okay, the topic of debate, I'll even ask you a question real quick. It's not even a debate, because I believe you're here on good faith. I think you're here on good faith.
Yeah.
What do 25-year-olds have in common?
Stop making statements. Why you make a statement? You say you were going to ask me a question. That's a question with a statement inside of it.
Iran, the age of consent is 8 years old. So what do 25-year-olds have in common? First Amender.
Their age?
20 of them are 5-year-olds. Just what you like. Perfect. So see how that logically makes sense to you? So anyways, back to this. I know for a fact You're
Do
walking
Quokwe. Do
Gonzalez.
Quokwe and
You're
bad
walking
faith
Gonzalez.
once again. Pure once again. Appeal to emotion. This is appeal to emotion.
Appeal to emotion. It's crazy.
Appeal to emotion.
You're lucky I can't put a raccoon as my face because well, I look like a raccoon anyways. Yeah.
Well, you can always, I know an artist. His name is Ahmed. You can always send him, $50. He'll do one of these for you with a raccoon
For
face.
50? That's not a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to kind of plug yourself right now? You want to plug yourself? No homo, no diddy. Plug.
I
Go ahead.
just dislike that I made this and then you made me cam up and I'm just like not going. I don't even want it to. It's fine.
Yeah,
No
see,
one-
look, get it.
fine.
Since you got a raccoon chair in the background, I automatically knew it was you because I saw that raccoon. I was like, yeah.
Okay. I just want to say hi. Take care, man. I'm gonna go rest.
Yeah, get some rest, man. Sell that raccoon chair and your birds. I said hi.
So yeah.
Anyways, back to the stream. I thought I had a detractor coming up on stage, and I was like, "Cam up, man! You got to cam up before we." Anyways, that was my betting that I was doing. But yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't subscribed to Emmett's channel, you guys can subscribe anytime. Emmett does do debates, so if you guys want to subscribe to his channel, send him a like, send him a super chat if you want to. Big him up. He's doing the artist renditions of like whoever that is or what you want for $50. Apparently. That's what he's shilling. So I'll support it. Back to this. Let's bring this guy back up on stage. This is crazy. I don't even know how this guy's debating. This looks like two progressive liberals having a conversation at this point.
Hold on. Don't just say we can agree on that without me agreeing. I do not agree with trickle-down economics.
What kind of conversation are these two? This isn't even a debate.
Sorry.
There's so much soy in this conversation, it's insane.
If you are saying that people can pay a company who can then hire employees, of course. But what I'm trying to get at is this conspiracy idea that my thoughts and potentially other comedians' thoughts are not their own. It's a hell of an accusation. And so what I'd like to know is, show me this money tree. Show me this trickle down that you have where you believe that USAID.
This is the most non-aggressive, polite society debate I've ever seen in my life. Damn, this guy's going to get destroyed so fucking bad. It's crazy.
Or another shadowy group, I don't know, hires companies to then hire comedians to then post on social media and write jokes.
No, it's been proven that it was media. Okay, so and then I just kind of lumped you in there, so you could have this little "I gotcha" moment. I'm not a paid chill.
It's not an "I gotcha." I'm trying to understand because first you said what I'm trying to get at here is
this guy sounds so he sounds like he's been drinking soy latte since day one. What a complete mag. I want to say with an F, but I can't do that because YouTube tells me that that's like no language and I can't call him what I really want to call him. It's what he sounds like, bro. Like, am I wrong? He sounds like Brian Shapiro's gay older brother. It's wild shit here.
I don't agree with the idea of posting something you don't believe for shock value. I find that to be disingenuous.
Yeah.
And
I'll have you know. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Where's the debate at, bro? Let me fast forward just a little bit because maybe there's something here.
That Trump is in his office and he's like doing the little Trump dance or whatever, hitting his little Diet Coke button, and like JD Vance runs in and like hands him a Coke and he goes, "Release the dams," like whatever. Like that's not what happens. People brief him, they give him options, and he was probably briefed by the Army Corps of Engineers, okay, who were the ones, because he said, "I took the military to California," because he said the military, right? But it was the Army Corps of Engineers, and they probably briefed him, "Hey, if we do this, we will prevent a drought, and yes, it's 500 miles away, and it's not directly to the fires." So I don't know why he said it's the fires, but he released the dams. They went into the.
What are they even talking about here? I mean, they're just on a random diatribe right now. This is crazy.
Kauai River, and then those go into exchange programs and different things, and eventually they will go down and be available for LA. Okay, so I understand like he made the claim of I'm helping LA with the fires and I sent the military. I get that, but it wasn't a waste of water. Okay.
Is this guy trying to do like voices and try to be funny now? Like, cause he's not funny either. Does he think the comedian's going to let him like open for him on stage? Cause that's not what's going to happen, bro. Like, this is wild shit here.
So it was not a waste of water because the water just didn't just disappear. Okay. The water can go into the California, like CBP or whatever, and be transferred down eventually. And it could take 3 weeks, but more realistically, around 2 months.
Okay, so a couple things on that. One, either you think Trump is a liar or you misunderstand what happened. Because Donald Trump said that he personally ordered the Army Corps of Engineers to do this. Now, the Army Corps of Engineers also refused the order. And then Trump forced it. So the Army Corps of Engineers.
All right, guys, I'm about to show you guys something real quick.
The Army Corps of Engineers absolutely did not ask Trump to
hold on
this.
tight for 2 seconds.
And we can fact check this if you want, if Tyler wants to fact check that. Also, when the order was made,
see if I can pull this up for you guys real quick. Give me 2 seconds, chat. I'm going to pull something up for you.
The idea that it would take 3 weeks to get down to LA, which I don't know enough about water science to know this, but I do trust experts to know this. And every expert I've read, I would love to hear the one that said, yes, that will eventually get to LA. Because every expert I've read said flooding fields into Laramie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He looks like Zelensky. All right, I'm going to bring something up on stage right now so you guys can have some insight. I know it's kind of faux pas to like release DMs and stuff like that, but hold on. Let me see if I got the right thing real quick because I don't want to be like off here because I want to show you guys something real quick. So it's 1009. It's crazy. I can't like label images and shit. But anyways, I'm going to bring this up real quick so you guys could see how weak this guy is. Yes, I'm going to expose him a little bit. It's not going to be that bad. It's not going to hurt long, especially for this guy. 94985. That's all I got to remember. And I'll bring this up right now because that's the title of this thing. 94985. Give me 2 seconds, chat, real quick. I'm bringing this up. Here we go. 94985. Open file and open says me. Here we go. Let's bring this up. Damn it. How do I go ahead and magnify this a little bit? Let me see if I can open up the screen a little bit. Oh, yeah, I can see it now. So this is the DMs from between me and Steve Hofstetter. I don't know if you guys can read this right now, but I'm gonna open my screen up a little bit. This is the guy's logic. So he says, planning scheduling after this one, June 9th. Also, your suggested topic is a bit too narrow for an entire hour. I was telling him, let's debate how feminism is not a plus for America or society and how it's a detriment, something like that, right? And then he says, that's too narrow for an entire hour. No, that's extremely general because we have 5 stages of feminism. There's effects on society. There's all these other issues. There's also solutions that feminism claims to have. There's so much on this. It's not narrow. So first of all, that's a dumbass talking point. I would widen it to women's rights, but happy to start with your take on feminism. And then I said, feminism is pretty broad as a topic. So it's the opposite. There are 5 waves more, including its social, societal implications and alleged purposes in its inceptions and more. Just don't back out. Let's actually set this up because he backed out the first time. Let's set this up. Feminism is bad for society. It's very broad. It's not narrow. Liberals use this as a broad scope often. Then Steve writes me back and says, I've already said I'm happy to discuss this after June 9th. I don't intend on backing out. Let's hope he doesn't a second time. But again, a full hour on the same premise is boring for people. No, it isn't, because if I destroy you, it's not going to be boring for anybody. If you get wrecked bad for a whole freaking hour, what are we going to do to debate like 10 different topics in 1 hour? Do you not know how debates work? We get one prompt. Try to go ahead and beat me on the prompt alone. Like, what are you going to do? You think you're just going to do all these W's, 5 W's in 1 hour on 5 different prompts? What the hell's like? I don't know. This guy. Anyways, let's read the rest. Happy to stick to one topic, not just one premise. What? You mean people debate more than like one prompt often in debate? Where do they do that at? What the hell is this guy talking about? So then I told him, I said, most debates are on one premise, meaning its function, purpose, and existence. This is just meaningless goalpost moving by widening the scope. I'll reach out then. Then he leaves me unseen because he doesn't have shit else to say. Steve, if you're watching this, shut the hell up. And just don't be a coward after June 9th and go through with this debate. Or shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. All right, let's get back to this, because this is wild. This is gonna be crazy.
Which, by the way, was Tulare County, and they released 2.2 billion gallons of water, which flooded farms.
Yeah, bro, you bring up chicken, I'm automatically distracted. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The coon in me is gonna be activated. The coon verse is gonna be on alert the moment I hear chicken. So let's get back to it.
The only way that it gets back to LA is technically some of that water then evaporates into the air and rain happens, but it's a hell of a lot less than 2.2 billion.
By the way, I think it's funny because, Emmett, you can't have garlic. So how are you going to take garlic? But anyways, let's go. You a vampire?
No, so it would go to the Kauai and Tool River. From there, banking and exchange programs. I just have my note right here for just this one subject. Everything else, I'm good. Then
Okay.
San Luis Reservoir, CBP, and SWP shared facility.
This guy on the right, this guy I'm going to debate looks so gay. I'm just going to tell you, he looks so sus and gay. I'm just telling you, be honest. What the hell?
Go to canal, Cross Valley Canal transfers. So yeah, it would get down.
Then the guy on the left doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. He's kind of just winging it, trying to figure this out as he goes.
Down to where they're at eventually.
What percentage of that water?
Okay, so percentages, I do not know. Okay, so I didn't
So-
go. Okay.
Okay, so also, by the way, I do want to make it clear, I forgot to say this in the beginning, I didn't do any prep for this whatsoever.
I can tell you didn't do any prep, but you're at least a little better than this guy on the left, who's worse. Bro, Charles, you're not supposed to be a Democrat, but you're doing shitty in this debate against a Democrat. Oh, man, the guy that didn't do it, admittedly, listen, chat, this guy admits to not doing research before a debate. Lord have mercy, this is going to be a bloodbath. This is going to be a horrendous bloodbath. He doesn't do research before he does a debate. Listen, we're going to celebrate the 10K subs I have and the views. This is going to be insane. Good luck. May the Lord have mercy on this guy's soul.
The point here is that I wanted to show that we should be able to just, I'm trying to say this succinctly. Too often, people read something and immediately trust it, or they hear something and they immediately.
Hey, listen, chat, calm down. Chill, chat, chill. Everybody in the chat, chill. You guys are being hyperbolic and making me extremely hungry in the chat. Just chill, please. Calm down. You guys are starting shit. Just telling you right now. Fried chicken and watermelon, bro. Come on, man. You know, like that's a melanin fallacy you guys are doing right now. This is bad. Bad actors in the chat, both of you. It's crazy.
Yes, I agree.
And I think that when I hear something that I don't know to be true, whether it is something that goes, yeah, that makes sense, or that kind of rubs me the wrong way, what I will do is I will look it up, and I will look it up with multiple sources. So
wait, he said I'll look it up with multiple sources, yet previously you said I didn't do any research or study for this debate. What? You just contradicted yourself. He asked you, and you laughed and said, I didn't do any study for this debate. And then you said, I will on that topic look it up with multiple sources. And which one is it? You look up sources or you don't study for debates. Bro, if you're going, you know what? Please, I don't change anything you do, Steve. If you're a walking contradiction factory, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep that. Just hold that right there till June 9th when you get your fucking argument eviscerated when I see you.
So I would love to hear just how much of 2.2 billion gallons of water from 200 miles away
500.
goes. What?
It was, I believe it was around
Tulare
500.
Tulare is 200. I used to live in LA.
Okay.
Of course. You used Gavin Newsom's place, but I guess you moved.
So I'm a road comic. So
Yeah, everybody knows this. You told me for the 500th time in our conversation chat prior to that, bro.
and if it is 500 miles away, first of all, that's like Sacramento at that point.
Okay.
But let's say 200 miles away, my estimation is much closer. Water does not travel 200 miles and stay there.
We're talking about what, chat. I'm just going to fast forward because I'm about to go to sleep during this whole debate. This is the worst polite society, calm, least aggressive debate I've ever seen in my fucking life. Yeah, okay. Hopefully they picked it up. Maybe something changed. Maybe there's a little bit of aggression here somewhere. There's too much soy in this debate. Had to fast forward a little bit. Maybe they're getting somewhere.
Do you know when the first black person admitted to an old row fraternity or sorority was?
I don't know, but no, I do not.
I don't think it's happened yet. The last I knew, it hadn't happened yet.
Oh, I would debate this guy at anything black and destroy him, as I've done in previous debates where I've destroyed people that think that black people are such a victim class and all this. Oh, he would bite on that prompt so much. Matter of fact, I might entertain him on the whole, let's do more than one prompt in an hour. Might be a good idea. We could debate how black should never get reparations. Oh, that would piss him off. And also Brian Shapiro, that would piss him off too. And I'd destroy both of them. We can debate that Kamala Harris would have been a shit president. We can debate feminism bad for society, since that's too broad for, too narrow for him. Weird to say that feminism is a narrow subject. And anything else that's an anti-liberal talking point, I'll say, you know what? If we don't want to stay on one topic, we can debate 5 prompts in a debate, and you can get your ass whooped in 5 different fucking prompts and eviscerated at 5 different prompts. Oh, let me calm down a little bit because I'm getting passionate about the death funeral that's going to happen in June 9th when I see this guy in a debate.
And so when we talk about DEI, the premise isn't, hey, look, this one black person in one place got one thing. That makes the playing field equal. No, the playing field being equal is that a kid born in Auburn, Alabama, or Mobile, Alabama, or right in Tuscaloosa, where University of Alabama is, can grow up believing that they have just as much of a chance to get into that school and to be able to achieve anything at that school as any other student.
Based on what? Merit? Is that a merit system? Is that a meritocracy that we're talking about, Steve? Oh, I can't wait till June 9th. Based on what? Are we talking about meritocracy, or by the color of their skin, they think that they're going to get a chance? If so, you've just introduced reverse racism into the debate, sir. You're literally contradicting yourself, doing the same thing that you're talking about the KKK is adjacent to. Yeah, Uno reverse here. You're doing that right now, saying we're going to stop racism, but instead that mirrors everything that you don't want. You become the people that you don't like, right? That's literally what DEI does. DEI is an anti-white policy. It's racist towards white people. That's what DEI is. Congratulations. Every competent white person is now unqualified for a job now. That's what DEI is. Chat, am I lying, chat? Like, Steve is going to get eviscerated. Steve is going to get destroyed so bad. Please hold these damn talking points. The same talking points you do right now. Matter of fact, yeah, I'll even open up to 5 different prompts in 1 hour to debate this guy.
That's why I'm
now
for DEI.
Okay. Now, using that same logic, right? Like, because it always goes back to black, right? And Let's talk
No,
about
that
like,
was the
Asian-
example that you used.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll continue down that road. Like, are there other fraternities that are specifically non-white?
There are historically Black fraternities there. Yes.
Yeah, who cares? I would have just went to the heart of the subject and, oh man, I'm gonna gut this guy so bad. This
And I actually wrote I wrote a college paper on the history of the American Jew in the college fraternity.
Of course you wrote this, bro. Chat, if you saw this coming, I knew I saw this. Like, that's man, this guy's a walking label if I've ever seen one. Of course you wrote a paper on that, bro. Of course this happened.
And there used to be 3 very, very large Jewish fraternities. And the reason that there is now only one, and it's pretty secular, is because there isn't a need for 3 large ones anymore. The reason that there was a need was because they weren't being admitted to other fraternities. And so the existence of Black fraternities and Latino fraternities and Asian fraternities, those exist at schools like Alabama because those students aren't being allowed in to others.
That doesn't even exist nowadays. We don't even have that. We've done an overcorrection of this. Hell, chat, I'll even tell you right now, if I have a Black-owned barbershop, can you own a white-owned barbershop and put white-owned establishment on it? No, you can't, because you'll be accused of being racist. But Blacks can do this all day long. There's an overcorrection in society which created a double standard. Yet if white people do the same thing because we're all equal opportunity and equality for everybody, whites are racist, but Blacks cannot be now. By that same ideology, which turned everything else, it's literally made this victim Black class into the very racist that they say that they hate. Yes, I said it, and I know this probably pisses a lot of people off if you're liberals in the chat. The Black culture is the most racist culture in society. They're literally competing with the Koreans right now. Koreans are pretty damn racist. Now I'm probably seeing a lot of stuff that's stereotypical, but a lot of stereotypical stuff stems from bits and concaves of truth out there.
But if DEI has been in place, right? Because it's been used in the past, right? Like up until recently, like the past week, a couple weeks. You're telling me that these
they literally become the thing that they hate, and that's the same thing. This is why, as a Republican, you need to really watch what you do around Democrats, especially in a debate. You don't want to match energy. When feminists tell you this, oh, I need a man that matches my energy, they want you to become a woman. If you're matching a woman, guess what you become? Liberals do the same thing. They'll say, oh, you know what? I hate the white man. White man's the biggest enemy of the nation. Bitch, you are white. You're a white liberal protester saying white men are the worst. Oh, okay. So you're matching energy. You see how that works? Liberals do the same thing. This is just insane. Crazy.
other ones that are allowed to have their race, right? They're allowed to have that. But if you have
All right, Relentless, you got me with that one. That's it. That's like stupid. Whatever, bro. Anyway, let's continue.
you said row tide or low tide or something.
Old row.
They've never old row. Okay, so old row, they've never admitted one single person that's not white. I'm assuming they haven't any Asians either.
Do you think? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
And you use Alabama very specifically. We can talk about.
Oh, and he's polite too. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, bro. You don't even know this. If you're a conservative and you're a Republican and you support this administration, you're not talking like that to this guy. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Oh, you know what? Oh, how dare. I don't want to be uncouth. We're not doing that around. It's 2026 and we got to stomp the shit out of these libtards. That ain't happening in this debate. I'll tell you what.
Because there's how many colleges in the United States?
Well, I used Alabama because they have one of the oldest and largest Greek systems. And also, you say that DEI was in place.
Mm-hmm.
No, DEI is recent. DEI is something.
No, DEI is not recent. You freaking liar. You're a liar. Chat, let me tell you something real quick. This guy but he's debunking himself. He's imploding his own argument. Matter of fact, hopefully he has the same arguments. Let me ask you guys something this real quick, chat. If DEI is recent, There's something reminiscent of it, which is DEI. Women can work on the police force. Women can get into the military. This isn't that recent. They can get into the military in support roles. They can get into police. They can do a bunch of other things in male jobs. This has been going on for a minute. That's actually DEI. That's more DEI than anything else before DEI came out. So when you say it's recent and how you know that that's DEI, these women have to enter under different qualifications than the men. That's how you know that that's DEI. What they've done is they've recently called something DEI when they've been doing DEI shit the whole time in society. That's what feminists have been fighting for a while. First wave feminism was DEI. Second wave DEI. All that shit is DEI. He's saying, oh, it's recent. No, the fuck it's not, bro. This is not recent. I can't wait. The dog stomping that will happen in June with this guy is going to be monumental and amazing. That's what's going to happen in July. My bad, June. Let's be a little bit more accurate because that's when this guy's going to sign his death note in this debate.
Has only started really gaining hold in the last decade.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, but my point is that DEI does not.
Yeah, he's capping when he says DEI is a recent thing. No, it's not recent at all. OG says I'm 33. There was DEI when I was 6. Yes, DEI has existed for a long time. It just has a different label. They called it DEI, just under the guise of something different. Feminism, in fact, is a DEI movement in itself. There's been DEI. Bro, the stomping that's going to happen is going to be prolific. Can't wait.
I mean, people are forced to follow it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be like the male Mary Poppins, how his gestures are and how he's going to carry himself. Oh, this is going to be a bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen.
DEI, especially when it comes to universities, DEI means that there will typically be a department. There will be a few staff members who are hired to oversee initiatives that might level the playing field a bit. It doesn't mean that, boom, racism's gone. Like, no, it doesn't mean that. What it means is that people start to become educated on the topic and more people who wouldn't have had access to those interviews get interviewed. This one is going in circles a bit.
Okay. So let me just say one thing though. And this
the reason why it's going in circles and why it's circular is because none of you know how to debate. None of you know how to take a topic, sift through this because nobody studied for this. You, by your own admission, Steve, has said that, oh, I never even studied for this debate. That's why it's circular, because you guys can't even get past this. So you're moving topic to topic, goalpost to goalpost. All these topics that I've heard so far, Trump, DEI, racism, college, the whole J thing, all of these topics you're going to get stomped on. Hopefully you did at least a modicum amount of research. Who knows? But yeah, good luck on your no research debates, bro. Hopefully that lessens the blow. It's not, but I'm just saying this as a platitude. Maybe it makes you feel better. Who knows?
This is why I personally disagree with the whole, because I didn't go to college like you. So I haven't experienced it or
yeah, not one step back, man. This guy's going to get dog walked the whole way through.
Know enough about the processes of college and whatever. But as a Marine, the enlisted Marines and enlisted army.
This guy's a Marine? Have we gotten soft? have we gotten soft in our day? Because this guy hasn't even, there's no aggression in this debate. There's nothing. In fact, aggression is what keeps the topic on point. When you're not aggressive and you're kind of lackluster, and guess what happens? You're all over the place. You don't have a certain distinction in how you perform in a debate. There's not a linear track that you have. He's all over the place. But he's a Marine? Another contradiction, right? Well, according to people that were former Marines.
Me, enlisted Navy, enlisted Air Force, we do not have DEI. We've never had that. We just take whoever comes that we recruit, right? And we are still successful. Like, I went to Iraq. I had Black people. I had Asian people. I had Hispanic people, and we didn't have DEI. So for me, from a military perspective.
Yes, you do have DEI. anytime you have a woman that's enlisted, how does she get in? Was it the same push-up run a mile standard that you guys had? How's that not bro? Both of these people can get destroyed. I could do it 1v2 with these guys. This is crazy, bro. Like, bro, you weren't you not in the Marines? What happened with the women? That's what I would ask them. How did they get in? What were their standards? Were they different from yours? How's that not DEI? I would have just like asked him that and then wait and watched him implode. And that's like the simplest thing that you could ask them. Like, I can go deeper and peel back more layers, but this is very surface level shit here.
Perspective where we all work together, and it wasn't just like a majority of white people. There was a mixture of everybody.
Bro, come on, bro. You're killing me, Smalls. Emmett, I'm glad you're not a member to my channel yet because you don't have the fried chicken emoji yet or the coon emoji. You can only talk about these things and describe them. You can't actually put it up there unless you're a member. Anyways, let's proceed.
And you don't get promoted on the color of your skin. You don't get, you guys are tied. They base it on seniority or, how many pull-ups you can do, whatever.
Damn you, Relentless. You're going to help him out? Both of you guys are grounded. This is nuts.
So my point is, like, if it can work in the military to where we don't need for the enlisted. Now, I'm pretty sure, and from what I understand, the officers do have, DEI, right? But for the enlisted guys who I went to Iraq and Afghanistan with, who got.
Look at this gay look on this guy's face on the right. Man, this guy looks like cell block number 9 is waiting for this guy. This guy would not survive an alleyway in Brooklyn at night. This is crazy, man. They both look like liberals here. The guy on the left looks like Down syndrome Zelensky. The guy on the right looks like a more gay Brian Shapiro older brother. This is insane. Oh man, gay Brian Shapiro's older brother is wild.
Promoted based on their performance, right? By the content of their character, not their skin, right? So, like, if it worked for us, why does anybody else need that, right? Because it's a level playing field. It's based off skill.
Okay. So, first of all, I'm sorry to military explain to you, but there absolutely are.
Oh, the liberals love to make up labels and name. I'm sorry to military explain you. We just make up all kinds of shit. You have all these names and pronouns now. Military explain is now a thing. So stupid. And the guy on the left is like enjoying it. Like, he looks like he's happy to be there at the debate in a way I wouldn't be happy there. I'd be destroying this guy. The guy on the left looks like he's just happy to be a fan. That's wild shit. I'm not there for fandom. If I was there to destroy him. That's what I'm going to say.
DEI programs in the military.
Yes, officer, but not enlisted.
There's DEI training for enlisted service
members. Yes, there is a section within the military that was created for people to go to talk to people.
Oh, this guy's going to get destroyed so bad. But the guy on the left cannot debate worth shit. This is so tragic. Like, I want to see this guy destroyed by anybody that's competent, but he has, you know what? Maybe it's a good thing. He's going to get taught a lesson in June, and, maybe he'll learn that, debate is a different territory. It's not stand-up comedy. You can't just come in here, roast people, and try to make people laugh. First of all, he can't even make people laugh. If you're laughing at his jokes, you're having milk and cookie hour. That's the kind of person you are. Because you're not a person who has two brain cells rubbing together trying to make electricity. This is crazy.
Yes, I understand that. But for promotion on the enlisted side, and I don't know if you know the difference between officer and enlisted. They do not promote off your skin color.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not an idiot. I do understand that officers are above the enlisted. I have seen a movie. But what I am saying, okay, so you're saying that the military is this panacea.
Who's this guy, Charles Lowe? I would love to debate him and destroy him in a debate. And Steve Hofstetter, we're setting it up. He's getting destroyed in June. I just see enemies in opposition, weak ass people that don't belong in the debate arena, and they Two people that didn't do research, due diligence, nothing.
Of people of all races, creeds, colors, orientations, etc. And
Yes.
and it works in the military, and that's the free market, etc. Right? Was that?
Now,
Did I understand that?
there is things that happen within the military, but they get charged under the UCMJ if they do anything that violates the UCMJ, and they get prosecuted and kicked out at the highest level, right? So that being said, yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, what's up, not Voltaire? By the way, Voltaire is a crazy historic reference, by the way. Yeah, he might have been funny beforehand, but he's not funny as a libtard. Not funny at all. This guy Hofstadter is going to get destroyed in June. I cannot wait for this debate to happen. He's annihilated. This guy is getting wrecked in the debate.
When were gay people allowed to serve?
Also, if you guys can let James from Modern Day Debate know, this guy that I want to debate here on the right side of the screen only wants to do Zoom debates, and James from Modern Day Debate does Zoom debates. If you guys can get in his chat, say, Marte has a debate for you with somebody with 1 million followers, calls himself a celebrity, Brian Shapiro #2, whatever. Let him know, because he's turned me down 3 times for some reason. It's weird. Anyways, maybe you guys could support and coax him into having this debate, because basically what happens is what happened in the chat is Steve wants to do this debate on his platform. And I'm like, we need a moderator. We don't need a moderator. You have never done a debate before. I could tell. We need a moderator. Because if I'm beating the shit out of you, somebody's going to have to pull me off your body. You're getting your ass whooped. That's what's going to happen. That's what you need, a referee for a reason. Because if I'm beating your ass in the ring, a referee has to pull me off of you. That's what a moderator's. Hey, stop the fight. Throw in the towel. That's why you have people in the corners, referees and all. There has to be structure here. What we're seeing right now is not structure. It's just a friendly, polite society conversation. This is not even a debate. This is crazy. What the hell is going on here? This is insane.
When were they allowed to serve?
This is like a Canadian debate.
Yeah, when
Like,
did gay
they were
people start
Openly
being
allowed,
to serve?
openly allowed to serve?
Openly.
I believe Clinton, don't ask, don't tell.
No, don't ask, don't tell is not open. Don't ask, don't
Okay.
tell is don't ask, don't tell is keep it a secret.
Yeah, Jake might be open to that, but I don't know if he does Zoom debates. Zoom is so outdated. Zoom is extremely outdated. Who the hell does? Apparently, Modern Day Debates does, and then maybe what's the other one? Something America. Forget who they are. I can probably talk to them and try to do this debate on them with this guy. Who knows?
Don't ask, don't tell means we won't put you in Leavenworth, which is what
Uncensored America. That's who it is.
used to happen. Soldiers were prosecuted when it was found out that they were gay. Women weren't allowed to serve. People of color didn't used to be allowed to serve.
On what years?
I mean, all these are different. Margaret Corbin was the first commissioned officer in the U.S. military, and the way that she got commissioned was she was there as a nurse for her husband. Her husband was killed, and she took over his cannon, and she was the only one left alive at the end of the battle. And even then, she still had to fight in order to get recognized for what she did.
All right, and then look up Opha May Johnson.
I'm not
female-
looking anything up right now.
No, okay. I'm just saying, like, that's one example. But for the first female Marine, or I believe she was the first female Marine,
Yeah.
Opha May Johnson, right? So
When
like,
was that?
Yes, I believe it was in World War I or War II. But
Okay.
my thing with that is, like, yes, we understand that. Like, when did women get the right to vote? Like, yes, you're a progressive. We're progressing. Like, he's not taking away women from the military. He might take them out of combat jobs, okay? But
And that's okay?
okay, so I did have a female that did QRF with me. She was one of the baddest Marines I've ever served with. And she did QRF, which, if you don't know what that is Quick React Force. And
This debate is so boring right now.
And she became a professional.
This is crazy.
officer. She's one of the toughest women I've ever met in my life. So, but she was not
Damn, this guy sounds so liberal. It's insane. Damn, one of the toughest women I've ever met in my life. Could be true, but right now you sound like a libtard right now. This is insane. I mean, it isn't just the women comment. It's everything else you're saying in this debate. You're just placating to Steve right now. That's what you are. You've been placating this whole debate, actually. I haven't heard a modicum of pushback from you this whole debate, Charles. Charles, very low. That's how he is on the tier list of debates. He's low. This is insane.
She infantry role. She was on a truck on a gun. Okay. She wasn't humping. Humping means hike. Like 10 miles with really a lot of weight on your back, and having to deal with hygienic issues. Because I don't know if you know this, but women have different hygiene that men have, right? So, if you go to I went 97 days without a shower. Okay, 97 days without a shower in Afghanistan, right? It's because we were on water rations. You can look this up. 22nd Mew. Okay, 2003, 2004. So if a woman couldn't get access to proper hygienic things for her monthly cycle,
oh man, she would be nasty. Just imagine a woman going that long without changing her pads or whatever. That would be crazy.
That could be an issue.
I'm pretty sure they had pads. There's no way, like, I don't know. Maybe they figured it out. Who knows? But anyways.
Right. So I can understand having them in a combat zone could be an issue, right? I understand, like, you want to have equal rights for everybody, and yes, we did have females as searchers because they had to search the Muslim women and they had to get attached to infantry teams, but they were not doing infantry jobs. They were doing searches and stuff, right? So I get, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Men can also have hygiene issues from not showering. Part of that.
Yeah, but hold on. There's a threshold thing. Like, to what degree? It's not as bad, right? There's a major difference. Yeah, two things can be true, but one can always be worse.
It depends on, they can get urinary.
Just like men can be have the same strength as women, but it's so much worse if you generally compare the two, right?
Tract infections they can get. I mean, there's tons of medical things that can happen to anyone. If you're saying that it's more likely to happen to women, okay, fine. I don't know enough about medicine to know that, but I do, and we are going to start taking questions.
You mean biology? You don't know enough about biology to know this? Medicine doesn't have to do shit with any of this when we're talking about ontology, the way that they're born, built, their purpose, their function. We can even talk about, dude, this guy's going to get stomped so bad. He doesn't have an idea of what's going to happen in our debate on June. Lord have mercy. I'm not selling tickets, but I feel like I'm getting ready for a fight that is going to be a first round knockout or second round at least, maybe. Who knows?
Soon, because we are going back and forth on a lot of things. But this part of this debate started when you brought up that everything is equal in the military. And then after that, you started telling me how it's not. Okay, so the point of something like a DEI initiative is to try to equalize things, to try to level the playing field a little bit.
Man, just imagine, like, what if Andrew Wilson debated this guy? The guy on the right, not the guy on the left. The guy on the left is whatever. The guy on the right is who I'm debating. Just imagine if Andrew Wilson debated the guy on the right. The bloodbath that would happen would be, the magnitude of this would be insane. This guy would never debate again. His career, even as a beginner debate, over before it even really started. Dunzo.
To try to make sure that someone who was born on third base doesn't get that head start from someone who has to start from the batter's box. So
yeah, Glass Joe's a good reference. Yeah, I'd say pretty on the money there.
If you are putting up the military as the shining example, and again, ignoring the idea that DEI in the military does exist and has been mandatory and is recent, if you're putting the military up as the shining example and then also saying that the military does not treat everybody equally, Which is it?
So I never said.
What's up, Miss D from Down Under announcing your presence? She says, I'm here. We're reviewing the guy I'm going to be debating with, the alleged famous comedian who has 1 million followers on YouTube and all this, whatever. Anyways, I'll be debating this guy in June, and I've been doing some debate prep while also leaving it open so that way my detractors from Threads and X can come in here and tell me how I'm not a good debater and at least press me on some issues, whether or not Kamala Harris would have been better or feminism, good for society, all this. I'm open. If you guys want to debate, whatever. If I'm such a bad debater, you guys can come up as detractors and put your money where your mouth is. But in the interim right now, as we're waiting for that, any detractors to come up, we're reviewing the debate of, wouldn't even call this a debate, of Steve Hofstetter and Charles Lowe, former Marine who speaks like a liberal. It's a really weird conversation here. It's not even there's no aggression in these two men as they debate. This is like a friendly banter between two neighbors about who's going to install the fence between the properties. That's what this amounts to at best. That's it.
So they did open up infantry to women in the Marine Corps. One girl, I believe one female Marine made it through the infantry school.
Yeah, this guy, Steve, on the right, he's a comedian. He does shows on the road. Apparently, he's big time, according to him. His manager left him to manage Kanye West. And now he's got a new manager that used to manage some other big celebrity. I don't know. He tried to tell me the whole story. I didn't care about that. He only does Zoom debates because he says he can sell tickets through Zoom for a liberal charity adjacent to Planned Parenthood. Think about what I just said. Nefarious. He wants to sell tickets to this debate where you're selling tickets to your own funeral, sir. Just to let you know.
Whatever it's called. The infantry school. So one did. Okay, so one. But do you know how many applied? So yes, she was giving the opportunity. Okay. Yes, one made it. Yes, they were given the opportunity.
And like I said, just imagine if Jake Rattlesnake were to debate the guy on the right. What if Andrew Wilson debated him on the right? This would be such a bloodbath. Rob Knorr would just bloody pulp. It would be a bloody pulp. Damn, but apparently this guy's going to be my practice dummy. And then, I don't know. This guy may never have a career in debate after this June 9th debate with me. That's what I'm going for, actually, to be honest. Crazy.
Okay. One out of how many?
Okay. So I grew up.
All right, Misty. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe Jake can host this debate. Miss D. I don't know. This guy only does Zoom debates. He's got 1 million followers on YouTube, something like that. That's what I think it is. Let's go check out the schematics on this thing real quick. Steve Hofstetter, scroll down real quick. Yeah, 1 point. Mark this real quick, and then let's look real quick. Yeah, he's got 1,100,000 subscribers, right? So apparently this comedian says he's big time. You know, whatever. He's on the road doing comedy and stuff, and he only does Zoom debates. I don't know who does Zoom debates. This is going to be a bloodbath. Let me continue.
Up in New York City. I grew up fairly poor in New York City. There was no way someone with my background would ever know how to ski. If I was given the opportunity to ski down a mountain right now, what would happen? I'd fall on my face. I'd get injured.
This is the worst example point and even an anecdote that anybody can give. What a weak position this guy has. Well, if I was in Brooklyn, where nobody skis in the middle of the fucking city in Brooklyn. Who's skiing in Brooklyn, bro? That's like me saying if I was in Arizona you know, maybe I just don't know how to swim, you know? The difficulties I'd have growing up in Arizona and swimming. These are the worst. These are the liberal points. These are the liberal talking points they make. These are the liberal arguments that they make. If I was in Brooklyn, you know, maybe I wouldn't know how to ski. Bro, you're in a city. Like, what are you talking about? Skiing and who skis in Brooklyn? First of all, where are you skiing at? What the, bro?
I might hit a tree. My point being that suddenly opening up one opportunity at the end of the line doesn't equalize things. The need for DEI in schools when people are young.
Oh, he's going to get stomped on DEI. He's going to get dog walked, stomped. It's going to be a bloodbath. This massacre is going to be prolific.
Is to open up those opportunities earlier so that when it does come time for the audition, whether that audition is to be infantry or whether that audition is to be an accountant or whether that audition is to be a CEO. I use the word audition loosely. They have already had the other opportunities along the way. And that is why I find DEI to be important. Now that's...
No, so you want equality of outcome. That's what you want. You're making the argument for, equality of opportunity. I get it. But you're like really gray area close to quality of outcome. Please draw a hard line and go over that boundary so I can destroy and eviscerate you on equality of outcome.
Said, I think we should take some questions from people. Well, I'll give you a chance to rebut here.
Yeah. One.
Questions for people? It's only been 30 minutes. What the hell's going on here? Oh my goodness, this is going to be crazy. His fan base has already bought tickets. Apparently, there's like over I think it's over 3,000 tickets people purchased for our debate. This is insane. And Voltaire says, and he'll hype the fuck out of it and he'll be just, yeah, that's what's going to happen. So yeah, he's already sold thousands of tickets for our debate that's going to happen. And it's, man, okay, chat, just understand, if you guys ever see me debate, right? If you guys have ever seen me debate, yeah, I can get very passionate. I don't get triggered easily unless it's like the Dusty debate. That was like a one-off. I'm not going to be as polite as the guy on the right or the guy on the left. Yeah, also the guy on the right too. I'm not going to be as polite and have like this nice polite society, sit down conversation, tea and crumpets. We're not doing any of this shit. You guys know how I debate. You guys know how I get down, and it's not like any of these two. Apparently, both of these two people are inexperienced. The guy on the right is experienced at selling tickets, but the tickets that he's selling to his fan base are going to end up being wolf tickets. That's what he's selling. So anyways, let's continue.
One thing. So you said at an early age. So I'm assuming like when they're older, they should have DEI, or you're talking like DEI like in kindergarten?
I think there should be DEI. I'm no expert on this field, but I think that there should be DEI initiatives because, remember what it stands for: diversity, equity, inclusion.
Oh, damn. Stop the presses. We have somebody who is a new citizen. They've got their passport papers, everything. They are now not an illegal citizen. They're documented as a citizen. Welcome, Not Voltaire, to the YouTube channel. Welcome. And I appreciate you becoming a new member. We throw down over here for sure. And that's what's going to happen to Steve Hofstadler. And then they're going to applause the funeral procession that's going to happen shortly thereafter that. So I've got a question. This question is from my audience. What do you think would happen if Andrew Wilson got into the ring with Steve Hofstadter? Do you think Andrew Wilson would put a set of wings on this guy's back? It's debate-wise, right? Because we don't talk like the left and usher the threats that they do. Talking about debate wise, proverbially, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to think about this. If Andrew Wilson got into the ring with Hofstetter, this would be an utter bloodbath, just like this. All over.
I don't have a problem with any of those three words. I hope you don't either.
I don't. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but we had Obama, right? And Obama was president, right? So it shows you can be successful. And do you think he had, because you said it was recent that DEI was put in place, right?
No, it's not recent. We've always had DEI. It just wasn't called DEI. Jeez, man, if I look, there's times I want to jump through the screen, push this guy on the left out of the chair, take his place so I can eviscerate the guy on the right. This is one of those times.
So do you think so you're telling me he didn't have opportunity before DEI?
An exception to the rule does not prove the rule is incorrect. We've had one black president out of 47.
And we just had one African-American female run against Trump recently, right?
And lose.
Kamala. And she did lose. I mean, the voters voted. And you made the comment.
Yeah, more Crucible members would join. This is a very Crucible-friendly neighborhood over here. And also a very friendly Jake Rattlesnake stream here, too. We are friendly to anybody over there that's a member, and also friendly to anybody that's, a friend of Rob Norris as well, too. I am friendly to all those communities out there. And you know, it's funny. I'm a loyalist to a fault. Anybody else who opposes any of those three people in what they do, including Jim Bob and Jay Dyer, throw them in there, the five, the Fab Five, right? Jim Bob, Jay Dyer, Andrew Wilson, Rob Noor, and Jake Rattlesnake. If you oppose any of those people, then I oppose you too. And I'll debate you too. That's how we roll here on my channel, and that's just it. I'm just a loyalist. Mind you, all of us have something in common. We're all Christian. So before you say anything about us being a cult, it's the Christianity that binds all of us together. So here we go.
The comment that he only got 22%, but only 30 million voted for Bush. And then Biden got 81 million. People are starting to vote more and more. And to go back on that too, more people didn't vote for either one of them. It wasn't just.
Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to wreck idiots on my channel. That's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to bring you guys bloodbaths. I don't call this blood sport debates. Like I don't tell anybody I do debates. I'll say that. If there happens to be a bloodbath, then so be it. Misty says, I have to cook dinner, homies, but Marte, give me those details ASAP. Oh yeah, I will. I'll actually, I screenshot the conversation. I'll just shoot it over to you. The guy's got 1 million followers and he wants to throw down. This is going to be a bloodbath. Misty, this is going to be a bloodbath. Tell Jake if he wants to host a funeral, that's what's going to happen. All right, I'll get back at you. Enjoy your dinner with your family. And thank you for supporting the patriarchy. Let's continue.
Trump or Kamala.
This is a red herring. Vote. This is this. I would like to open the floor for questions.
Yeah.
And also, don't take the things I said.
Damn, stop the presses. We got a new member. This is insane. Oh man, here we go. Another one already in the chat. Damn. Now I got to give you a secret. I got to give you the secret pass. Mega! All right, you get a free pass for that right there as a new member. If you're a new member, you get one pass. One of those passes, by the way. Anyways, let's continue.
Out of context, the point of that only 22% voted for him was in response to Trump and Trump fans constantly saying it's a mandate. It wasn't a comment. It wasn't a comment on anything other than it wasn't a mandate. It was only 22%. So that said,
Voltaire says I'm never using it. Well, They're just words, man. Sticks and stones, bro. Sticks and stones. That's it.
Taylor, do we have some questions? Because we have gone.
This guy sounds so gay. Do we have some questions? The lisp is strong in this dude. This is crazy. This guy, this decimation is going to be insane here.
Very far without any.
Yes. I trying to organize this. Do apologize for the mess. Is it where? But we did.
What a moderator! This guy isn't a moderator at all. He's not even on the screen, and he only gets there for the questions. The hell's going on?
Did get one from someone who didn't care to be on screen. From Jane Hopkey. How would you fix the healthcare system, especially considering the fact that thousands of nurses just got laid off from the VA?
Ooh. Charles, you want to take this one?
I do. So thousands of nurses got laid off from the VA. Can we get a source on that so I can look it up real quick? Because I haven't heard about that. All I know is that there was a hiring freeze, and it was the echo chamber was basically like, oh, he's stopping veterans from getting care. And there's 450,000 workers that work at the VA. So that being said, 450,000, 2/3 of the jobs that are open were not affected by the hiring freeze. And you can look that up. I believe it was on Yahoo, and Yahoo, Yahoo's a great source, right? But, you can look up, there's other sources that will show that only 2/3 of the jobs that are available were affected. And to top that off, only 11,000 got hired in the year 2024. So 11,000 hiring in 2024 for the VA. So that being said, only 3,500 people on average would have been affected by the hiring freeze at the VA. So as far
Charles,
as
I'm sorry, but that wasn't the question.
Oh, I think someone said something about nurses being laid off to the VA.
Yes, that was a small part of the question. The question, and I'm sorry to cut you off here, but the question, let's stay on topic. The question was, how would you fix healthcare?
Okay, so now that I answered that part, I would cancel the IRA since it raised Medicare Part D. You can source Politico on that from 2022. He took EV brakes before everybody hated Musk. Everybody in California was buying Teslas and they were getting EV brakes. And he used the IRA and took money from Medicare, and that made Part D plan go up.
Sorry, let's do what we can to not use acronyms so that everybody knows what we're talking about here.
Inflation Reduction Act, Medicare.
Damn, man. What the? This wasn't even a debate at all. Chat, did you guys see a debate? Like, I don't know what I watch. I'm supposed to be doing debate prep for this debate against this guy. And Chad, this is the only, matter of fact, let me stop this because this is there's nothing to be gained from watching the rest of this here. Chad, I'll even ask you a question right now. Did anybody see any strong arguments made by any side of the aisle here? Like the Marine on the left, who is supposedly kind of conservative, he says. He's not a Trump supporter that wears the hat and does all this, but he voted for Trump. He's one of those kind of conservatives, which is really weird. And then Steve says he's a Democrat/Democrat socialist, flaming Democrat, really Democrat, like Marxist Democrat. None of them really made strong arguments at all. Matter of fact, a lot of it was just a friendly, polite society conversation. It's like the Mary Poppins on the right side that happens to be a ginger. That's it. And it's like, you guys watch the style of debates that I do. And then if you look at this guy, this is what he does. Granted, it's the only debate that I see him do online. He's got one debate. That's it. There's going to be another debate with an Orthodox Christian that's going to eviscerate him. Jay Dyer follows him and everybody else. I'm talking to the guy that's going to debate him before I do. And both of us are like, this guy's getting destroyed. But I talked to the guy that's going to debate him this month before I debate him next month. He's going to get destroyed, utterly destroyed by both of us. So the debate that the Orthodox guy beside me is going to debate him on is Trump's policies in America. And then when I debate him, it's going to be feminism bad for society. So we'll see what happens. And then, the guy that's debating him before is saying the same mantra I'm saying, liberals can't debate. I'm saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing. I went on Threads and this pissed off a ton of liberals everywhere, right? I'm getting ratioed to the max on X and Threads for saying this. Whatever. I don't care. Ratios don't mean anything unless they come up and throw hands debate-wise, which they can't do. I've had the open contract like John Wick on me for the past hour. Actually, for 2 hours running, I've had an open contract on me. Open contract for John Wick for $2 million. Remember that? On me. I posted this open contract in Threads on X where the liberal scumbags reside. I'm not crazy enough to go to Blue Sky. It's too liberal for me to even step a toe in the water over there. But I did issue an open contract. If you guys think I can't debate and Republicans and conservatives can't debate, come over here on stage and try to debate me. Nobody ever did this. So this is crazy. Let's get to the chats here and see what you guys are saying right now. See if I can get my whole thing go. Okay, here we go. He just saw himself as an intellectual after his comedy went viral. Yeah, maybe if he went viral at all. I don't know. They were just talking. Wasn't even a good talk. Haha. Yeah, it wasn't even a good talk. Yeah, they were both liberal. Might as well be both liberals. Crazy, right? Voltaire says, I'm going to laugh when he makes a comedy set after he's destroyed. He'll attack the moderated debate instead of you and the joke, but peeps will go watch it. It'll knock him down a few pegs. Yeah. So this guy's going to be thoroughly destroyed. I don't know what's going to happen as far as the debate. I mean, I do, but when I say I don't know what's going to happen, I mean, like, we haven't set up a platform yet, but he wants to do Zoom. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know about the whole setup. And to be honest with you, if he wants to have it on his platform with whoever that was in the background, maybe that was the moderator who didn't chime in till the end of the debate. He was not present the whole time, only for like, okay, let's get to questions. That's it. Mind you, I just messaged Miss D. Right, I just messaged Miss D and then sent her the screenshot and said, okay, let's do this debate. So she's going to send it to Jake Rattlesnake and we'll see if he thinks it's interesting enough to have the debate on his. Jake is an avid proponent against feminism. I don't see why he would say, no, I'm not going to host the debate. I don't know, man. I don't purport to know Jake's mind or his heart. Just going to say. Well, Jake's a good friend. Just going to tell you right now, but I still don't know if he'll accept it. We'll see. That's going to be crazy. But yeah, Steve Hofstetter, whatever his name is, he's going to get destroyed thoroughly. It's going to be bad. It's no wonder why his manager left him for Kanye West. The guy's not even funny. Doesn't have a good stand-up comedy routine. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. So I don't know. But like I said, this whole stream was called the Chill and Destroy stream. I was waiting for somebody to come up because, like, I've always had an open opportunity for detractors to come up. If you guys had any pushback, if you're liberal, if you're a Democrat and you wanted to come up, last chance to come up. I'm going to put the link in the chat again, too. If you guys want to come up and tell me why I'm wrong for voting for Trump, if you guys want to tell me why I'm wrong for being antithetical to feminism, which is a death cult and extermination propaganda cult, tell me why I'm wrong. You guys can hop up anytime and do that. You guys can, like, squash the conservative. Like, I'm doing the opposite thing that First Amendment is doing. First Amendment is like, debate a liberal with the shades and stuff. It has the posh pose. And I'm just saying, hey, same thing. If you guys want to do the inverse of that and you are a liberal, like a flaming libtard, like these last two people showing up on screen when I'm doing my little debate prop, like, you guys are welcome to. I'd love to see if there's any intellectually savvy debaters out there on the liberal side, see if it happens. Not so bright is not so bright. She has that nickname for a reason. Like, all she does in her debates is goalpost move. That's all she does is soft goalpost shifting throughout the whole debate. She doesn't even hold a position for too long before she moves the goalpost. Hopefully in World War debate, she's like allegedly maybe a boss level opponent that I get to eviscerate when I have World War. Mind you, Ann Coulter, Kim Coulter, her niece is going to be a World War debate, possibly going to be an opponent. She's going to get destroyed by me. And I'll tell you this, Kim, if you ever see this, may Christ have mercy on your soul. Yeah, this is going to be bad. Crazy. Mr. CB Walton says, it's past midnight on a weeknight across the U.S., my guy. Most educated people are asleep. Fair. I don't even have a good pushback for that. Yeah, fair. But also, I'd say most stupid people are probably asleep too. Probably not as much, but still. Hey, Marte, have you watched Misunderstood? Not the podcast. If not, she's fantastic for open panels and logic. Tell her I sent you. Misunderstood. Yes, please send me to liberal spaces so I can body some people. That's a good idea, too. I would love to hop up on liberal panels. I don't even care if I'm outnumbered. That would actually be pretty good. F, I hate First Amenders. Guys, yeah, he is. Yeah, the guy is, for sure. Yeah, peeps have different schedules. Yeah, of course. People always have different schedules. But yeah, it is well past midnight, man. It's 12:35 over here, Mountain Standard Time. But that's about it. I gave you libtards a chance on Threads, on X, to step up. I gave all of you guys a chance to step up on stage and debate a conservative. The two talking points, matter of fact, doesn't even have to be two. It could be any liberal talking point I'll debate against. Any, right? This could be antithetical to Trump, antithetical to the demotion of feminism, any of this stuff. None of you guys had the balls, guts, or courage to come up and debate me. So, which the whole promise of this, which I put out, was liberals can't debate at all. They can't. They'll either run or make up excuses, or they're not intellectually savvy enough to put down a good argument. They can't even ground anything that they believe in, let alone push out for pushback that's adequate. Yeah, and that's the statement I'll make. But by them not showing up or them taking this challenge, proves my whole point that they can't debate, run, flee, don't have balls, guts, courage. That's it. Insane, man. Insane. Crazy, man. Not Voltaire says she's a Republican, but she has liberals on bad mouthing her all the time. All the time? Does she have an open panel? I'll get up there and I'll kind of like, I'll try to see if like they'll try to dogpile me, and I'll just start knocking about left and right. But, well, using a grounded position and then like intellectually like dismantling their own positions that aren't even substantive. Do that too. Was it Long Live Liberty? Good to see you too. Hank Panther worked till like 2 a.m. tonight. Oh, crazy shifts. I'm working right now, waiting on servers to come back up from some after hours patches. Wow. Easy purged it once. Really? Easy got up? You know what? What was her name? Let me go look. Let me scroll back. I'm taking a screenshot or a picture of this. Misunderstood. Hold on. Let me take a photo of this because I like to. I get distracted often. But you know what I can do? I can take a picture of this. Hold on real quick. Boom. All right. I'll look back at this picture that I've taken and then read it and be like, okay, cool. Back to this. I'll do a purge and go up on there too. That's what I'll do. Misunderstood. Yeah, this is going to be a good time. So if you guys know any liberal platforms, I'll hop on them too. If you guys want to see people get eviscerated and destroyed, yeah, I'll do that for fun, which will create some more content for you guys. But anyways, it's past 2 hours and 11 minutes. You guys can't say I didn't give you the opportunity. All the liberals out there, all you liberal scumbags, all you feminists out there, all you degens that are antithetical to Christ, can't say I never gave you a shot at the champ. I don't care how hubristic that sounds for me to make that. I'm just saying, like, I gave you a shot, open contract like John Wick for 2 hours. None of you guys took it. So my point stands that liberals can't debate. And also I did some debate prep on this bum that I have to thoroughly thrash after June 9th. So that's going to happen. So anyways, this is going to be crazy. Now Hank Panther says she talks about sobriety and mental health a lot. What a different genre to like hover in. Sobriety, mental. It actually makes me have more questions. Actually, say why this is there. Anyways, she's live now, but no panel. I'll send you her channel in Discord. Yes, if you can, send me her channel in Discord, and then I'll constantly check it out to see when she goes lives with panels. So we'll see, man. Yeah, that's what these guys are, poussoirs. That's what they are. They're poussoirs. So they don't want to come up and they don't want to debate me, man. And then they'll say this too. They'll say, "You can't debate anyways, man. Why would I debate somebody so stupid as you?" Well, hold on. Wouldn't that make it an easy W for you? If I was not really good at debate, wouldn't you have a great chance of proving me wrong by defeating me in a debate if I'm such a W for you? Like, but they don't realize that they're saying the opposite thing by saying that to me. Like, them thinking that they're telling me they can't debate is telling them that they can't debate if they can't take out easy opposition. It's really weird. This is how their logic works. Weird. Really weird. Yeah, just going to be crazy. Hank Panther says, I'm pumped about your debate with that Steve guy. Yeah, Steve's going to get wrecked. Miss D's going to send this to Jake Rattlesnake. You know what? I could just send Jake Rattlesnake a message. He leaves me unseen all the time, but reads all my stuff when I send him stuff and then turns me down. When I told him the woke autopsy thing, he just didn't have time. The guy's busy, though. I'll give him that. But Miss D's going to hit him up about it, and we'll see. So if I do debate this Steve guy, it could be on Rattlesnake TV. This is going to be a banger because this guy's going to get destroyed. This guy's going to be thoroughly destroyed. I'm hyped about it too, Hank. I'm hyped about it too, man. This is going to be a thorough. This matter of fact, the clips that are going to come from this debate are going to be wild because he wants to debate different subjects within an hour. That's what he wants. He wrote me the message saying, I want to debate different. You mean you want to get destroyed and devastated on race, politics, culture, anything else? You want to get destroyed on bros? Oh, man, this is going to be rough for the Steve guy. Christ have mercy on that man's soul. Definitely not a Christian. So, yeah, obviously not a debater either. He's used to roasting people in the audience as a comedian. He's used to having witty comebacks, maybe. I don't know. He's got all these clips on YouTube and everything else, his stand-up comedy, and he's on the road. And yeah, this is debate, buddy. All that stuff's not going to fly here. That's not going to cut the mustard, especially with me. Because first of all, your comic stand-up routine's not even funny. I've seen your material. It's not even funny. Crazy stuff. OG says he might want to run if he gets destroyed. Yeah, that's like post hoc. Notice what you said. He might want to run if he gets destroyed. Yeah, that's typical. Like First Amender did the same thing. After I destroyed him on Easy's channel, he didn't stay for the after panel. He ran. Manar is just too stubborn to run. Steve, yeah, you're right. He might want to run after he gets destroyed. This is crazy. You're a scholar, gentlemen. God bless you, sir. That's how I read that text. That's how I read it. Goes for low-hanging fruit and typical talking points. I hope he goes for low-hanging fruit because this ain't it. This is going to get bodied in this debate. Oh, man. Good luck, man. Ugh. Hank, this is why I have to leave because now you're making me hungry. The coon, you're talking to the coon in me right now. This is insane. That's a melanin fallacy you're doing right now. You're appealing to my culture with our cuisines that you're talking about. This is the amazing delicacies that we have. Delicacy. It's getting late. That's why I'm kind of having these run-on sentences that are jumbling together. Oh, that's about my time. But anyways, I'm at it. I swear I can speak well. Yeah, that's my time. This guy, Steve, I'm going to give you guys updates as we go. I'm going to try to do one more debate prep stream and maybe put a hit out on me, another contract for liberals again, because they didn't step up this time. One more debate prep stream before I eviscerate and destroy the Steve guy. And then that's about it. But until then, I have more content. We got another woke autopsy podcast with Cool Vic, another junk food podcast that we're doing with Jake Barr and Cool Vic. That's going to be a banger. I have a debate coming up with Tyler, your average debate enjoyer, coming up. That's going to be on we shouldn't support the war, or we shouldn't support Israel or any other allies that we have through funding and financial means. That's the side I'm taking. I'm taking the affirmative on that. He's taking the negative. And I'm also going to have a debate on Swords of Reason against Vibe on force doctrine. That's going to be a very interesting debate. Both of them are going to take L's. I predict this. Who knows? I can't underestimate my opponents. Maybe Vibe is going to be a good debater that night. Maybe Tyler's going to be a good debater. But with my track record, I haven't lost in a very long time. My last loss that I've had was only one. Well, no, two. A narrow loss to Destiny and then one to Mo Rebuttal, which I don't consider that a loss. Mo's a good guy. But I've never lost to a libtard except for a narrow loss to Destiny. Whatever. Wouldn't happen again. Anyways. All right, guys. Yeah, we will reconvene at another time. I'll let you guys know. There's a podcast scheduled for tomorrow, but that's tentative, to be honest with you, because maybe I may need a break tomorrow, but we'll see. I might come back. God bless you all, and Christ is God. Also, my super chats are very dry for some reason. My EBT card is very empty. It's weird. There's like no money in my EBT card. Maybe you guys could help a brother out. Who knows? A conservative coon. My bad. Because according to black culture, I'm a coon. I'm a trash panda to them. Let me correct the record. So if you're going to call me a coon, at least call me a trash panda, because Rocket Raccoon was badass. Anyways, we're out of here, man. Mad love to all you guys, and thank you for tuning in to this podcast as I waited for opposition. They didn't come up, but we'll see next time. Maybe we'll have takers, but I did have people. I found, matter of fact, real quick before I leave, I did find the next enemy, Charlie. When we talk about Chuck, I'm the one that introduced her to Andrew Wilson. If I would have never brought her to the debate scene, the whole Ulix Niz would have never happened. That's because of me. I'm going to take credit for that one right there. When enemy Charlie first debated Andrew Wilson, it's because I said, hey, Andrew, I got this person that doesn't do debate. She's in great opposition of our ideals. Do you want to team up against her? And that was enemy Charlie, who I pulled off of Threads. LB's the black debater who's really rambunctious, a masculine black woman. I scouted her from Threads. The guy that's a journalist from the LA Times, who we debated with enemy Charlie against Andrew Wilson, our second team up debate against these libtards, I recruited from Threads. So I say that to say this. I just recently recruited another enemy Charlie from Threads. Massive following, doesn't debate, but says she's an intellectual. She kind of looks like she could be enemy Charlie's sister. So that debate is going to go down, and she's going to get wrecked too. I also have I have a Jubilee All-Star from Threads that wants to debate me. He's a black guy. I don't know what he wants to debate about, but let me go figure. I know how to bait black people really well. All I have to do is say something like, you know what? Black people should pay white people reparations. Automatically triggered. He's going to jump in, and I'll wreck him on this debate too. I know this debate topic sounds wild, but I've won this debate on Fatty's channel before. That's what's happened. I truly believe that white people should get reparations from black people. I have an extremely strong argument, and I'll give you like a sample portion of it. It goes something like this. When George Floyd riots happen, and when any black populace gets pissed, They typically burn down cities, cars, and create destruction, costing taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. The EBT system has cost taxpayers hundreds and thousands of dollars, yet we gift them Planned Parenthood freebies, courtesy of our tax system, hundreds, thousands of dollars. Black people and culture move into your neighborhood, property value goes down, hundreds, thousands of dollars. Do you want me to continue? Because black people rob white stores at the rate to which they now have to close up mom and pop shops because of this. Right now, at the moment, Walgreens has to shut down because they have a shoplifting epidemic. Yet this mayor in the city, I don't know if it's Minnesota or whatever, wants to sue Walgreens because they close down shop because they get shoplifted so many times. They have to close their stores, costing hundreds and thousands of dollars. Shouldn't black people have to pay white people reparations, especially if no white person has ever owned a black slave in America? And if you do get reparations, who are you getting them from? The person who's never owned a slave? Why should he have to pay for reparations for a slave that he's never owned? Matter of fact, you liberals support all these illegals so many times. Do you want reparations to come from illegal money too? Anyways, this Jubilee All-Stars, and that's like a fraction of what I have for that debate. Good luck on your pushback. Damn, it's insane. All right, man. Here we go. Trash Panda Money. I appreciate it. Thank you for the dono. For once, we have some EBT money, and hopefully the police don't come for me for loading up this prepaid EBT card that I got. Hopefully that doesn't happen. All right, the sniz tax. Oh, man, the DJ sniz tax for 5 for the OG. I appreciate it. Shout out to you as well, too. Hank says, I bet you get internalized racism a lot from these liberal gays. Yeah, that's what they are, gays. Everything. Matter of fact, do you guys disagree with anything I said about whites getting reparations from blacks? Did I make any nonsensical points at any point when I was going on at length with just a fraction of the material I have for this debate? Do you think that anything I've said doesn't make any sense? But this would piss off the black community. Anything that makes sense and sounds like justice is bad unless it's justice the other way, serving the black community, making them the biggest racist right now, populace. Because that's what's happened. The inversion has happened. DEI has turned black people racist. I'll tell you why. DEI is actually racist towards white people because once you have DEI initiatives, now the white person, no matter how competent they are, is now the least qualified for a position or a job. Go figure. Insane. Crazy. Yeah, we need merit-based system. Merit-based systems. I don't believe in unearned income for myself. Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, these merit-based systems that we need. We need to integrate merit-based systems. Meritocracies are extremely important because once you get money, you don't appreciate it. Just picture it like this. You have an OF model, and she just shows her feet. She gets $500. She's going to buy a Louis purse. The purse gets scratched up. She loses it. Not a big deal to her. You know why? I could just show my feet and make $500 in an hour. Again, you're not going to appreciate it that much. Now, let's switch this to the average layman that works at Jack in the Box or some other restaurant. They worked a full week and then got $500. Oh, they're going to be way more cautious about how they spend that money because of the meritocracy there, what it took to earn that. They had to probably deal with some customers. They appreciate the dollar more. It's different, right? There's a quality to hard work that there isn't to just, entitlement. It's way different, man. So that's why DEI is such a racist policy. It's just crazy. What are you doing? You're not for the merit of somebody's work, but you want a heart surgeon? She just got in there just because she's black. Shaniqua's working on your brain. What? That's not who you want as a brain surgeon. And that's what Charlie Kirk meant by saying, he didn't say he doesn't want black pilots. He said, I hope that the pilot that pilots my plane is qualified for this position. That's what he said. Somehow he's racist for saying that. You can apply that to an Asian pilot, a white pilot. I hope the person is qualified for this position. He just happened to say black because it makes sense. He was referring to the DEI policies. Yo, that's the most racist thing Charlie Kirk has said. No, it isn't. If you apply this and map this onto anything else, it's one of the least racist things because he's referring to the meritocracy, like getting qualified for this position because you're competent enough. That's what he was referring to. It's crazy. This is just nonsensical. It's just insane. That's why when I debate these libtards, and that's why when I go into this, I'll be frank with you guys. I use Grok for one debate. One thing I learned using Grok for this one debate, Grok is really a left-leaning app. I can talk ad nauseum about like my anti-liberal belief systems and all this, but that's because of my lived experience, because I'm fed up with the reality that I've seen. I've been red-pilled from the black community. That's really where all this knowledge came back from, because I know what it's like on the liberal side in the black community. Once you're black and you open up your eyes to all this, you can't be sold wolf tickets again. The whole we was Kangs and all this. No, the hell we weren't. Maybe in Africa, but what are they building out there? Matter of fact, I'm about to say something controversial right now. I know I was supposed to leave a long time ago. Look, God, this is probably super controversial right now. I'm about to say this. I think that Africa, you know how we have the Save the Children Foundation and like they show the commercials with the flies around the black kids' eyes and all this? If they had given the continent to the Europeans and said, hey, this is yours now, you guys get to manage it, they would have built some infrastructure there. The streets would have been cleaner. Everything would have been better. It wouldn't have been such a shithole. They wouldn't have still had huts. If you looked at the homes that they built in Africa from like 1950, shit has not changed. That same hut is still there today. But if you would have said, you know, white people, do what you do. Because if there's anything that black culture is good at, it's destroying shit that white people build. Look, I know what I'm saying is going to piss a lot of black culture off. I know. But where's the freaking lie at? Like, when I talk about, God, Chad, if you want me to go off, I'll go off. Like, I'm just being honest with you. Like, these are just my beliefs. And I'm not cooning for anybody. I'm not doing this so the white man can like me better. I'm not doing any of this for the white man. That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing this because look at any nation where European white people have moved. Things got cleaner, shit got built, aerospace, engineering, scientific endeavors. There have been technological achievements made. We now know what a biographic imaging scanner capable of multiphasic resolution is. I know, tongue twister, right? But we now know what these things are. Do you think in Botswana they would have known what that is or built that? Just telling you, look at the IQ scores of these nations. There's like a trend that happens, right? Europeans go, shit gets built. The darker the continent gets. Sounds pretty racist, even when I say this, but if you look at the numbers, all that shit supports everything that I'm saying right now. And if you're black, yeah, it's going to sting a little bit. It doesn't sting me because I know that's the reality. I have to live without delusion. This is crazy. This is what kind of a bizarre world that we live in, that we buy into the nonsense where we need more immigrants coming into the nation, warping our culture even more. Our technological innovations are decreasing. Our comprehension level has reduced below an 8th grade level. Everything is going the opposite way. Remember, one small step for mankind, regardless if you believe that was true or not. We had a space race. We had a era of innovation that was happening around this. You know, the nuclear arms. There was so much innovation and a rush to see who's the biggest and brightest. We are now in a trajectory that's in the opposite. Who is the dumbest and lowest instead of who is the best and brightest? We are now, the seesaw is going the other way. And that's what's happening right now. The more immigrants that pull into our country, the lower our IQ is going. Bananas and rice, y'all. That's what's happening right now with the Ilham Omars of society. They'll tell you, white men are the worst people in society with guns. White men with guns. Liberal white women will tell you this, which is really self-deletion empathy going on much. So that's what's happening. And then the crazy thing is like, this is the ironic part. They'll tell you, I hate white men. All these people with dark skin. Who's Ilhan Omar married to? White guy. Who's Don Lemon married to? White guy. Oh, I can go on. Contradict yourself much, but you guys, white men is the worst villain in the nation, liberals, but you marry them left and bro. The self-owning on the liberal side is monumental, by the way. It's just stifling. Crazy. It's insane, bro. Like I know I'm going on a rant. I know there's probably people tuning out right now, but I'm just saying it's just truth. This is why I do debates, man. This is why I do debates, because a lot of this shit doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Black people will say, oh, you're cooning for the white man. And then liberals will say, oh, you're one of those black people, Uncle Ruckus is based, by the way. And then there are conservatives that attack me because of my past. Oh, because I did a thing, so I can't be anti it. Wouldn't I be the best or the closest thing to a subject matter expert to speak against it? Wouldn't I have more credibility to attack the thing and tell you why it's bad? They don't think like that. These people don't have common sense. They attack people like Rachel Wilson because of her long-term relationships she had. But then, like today's podcast with Andrew's hater, then compare her to a prostitute. This is crazy. This is the logic they have. They don't really think it through. They don't think about the outcome, but they want equality of outcome. Make that make sense. They don't think about the outcome, but they want equality of the thing that they never think about. This is insane. Like, how do you ever come to a conclusion as a liberal, but want the conclusion, but never know how to go about it or what you have to do to get it or who gets hurt in the process? That's the crazy thing about this. Insane. It's crazy, man. OG says, Orthodox Christians don't see your race or religion. We just see your fruits. Yeah. Orthodoxy is the way, man. It's the truth. Seraphim Rose now is okay, camera disconnected. Give me 2.2 seconds real quick. Here we go. Damn it. I hate when my camera does that. I think I might have hit my hat to this and some domino effect might have happened. Crazy, man. Seraphim Rose, new saint. Great stuff. He has a crazy, compelling story. Now the gay populace can't say shit now. Seraphim Rose just proved to you that you can denounce a lifestyle and say, you know what, that ain't me anymore. I can be a monk. I can resist the flesh. Gay people, you don't even have an excuse anymore. Seraphim Rose shut you guys the hell up now. Yeah, go ahead and run. Tell that to anybody else. Go counter that. Please counter that. Try to. Hank says, if you have two equals when it comes to license and education, but one is a former fighter pilot and the other has flown their training hours, but is a minority, one is obviously better. Yeah, it's just weird, man. We're in a really weird time right now, man. I'm just going to say that, right? I know that doesn't really comport with what you're talking about right now, but we're in a really weird time that you don't know who supports DEI and who isn't, who's a closeted liberal or who's a closeted conservative, because those exist too. We never talk about those. Those exist. The liberals that really wish they could be conservative, but they want all the benefits that the liberals say they're getting. Yeah, that's a crazy thing too. That exists too. Relentless, I hate you because you're making me really hungry right now. This is crazy. Insane. I think that's a coping mechanism, sir. I can get down to why theoretically I think that you do this, but it's just crazy. Yeah, man. Let me stop because I can ramble on about this and go on a diatribe for like 8 different hours, meaning 8 hours tonight, the 8 hours tomorrow, and then, you know, I could pull like 8-hour shifts just talking about this, my belief systems and all this shit. Project Bluebeam, we could talk about all that. Oh, that new project that came out with the Jays in Israel. Damn, let me shut up because I'm going to, before I go on a different tangent for like another 2 hours and piss off 4 new sets of people. That's what's going to happen. Oh, man. Yeah, rhinos. Those rhinos are damn sneaky. That's really what they are, man. But we don't talk about them enough. Crazy. Just like, you know, your Bryans, your sneaky fuckers. That's what Rachel Wilson calls them. How are they any different? Really what they are. Same sides of the coin, man. Or two different sides of the coin. Same coin, right? Anyways, what is it? My super chats aren't as dry, but we got 2 new members. So it kind of, there's some balance there. You know, a little bit of merit that I put in here to try to present some intellectual conversation here. But thank you to the, 32 people watching, was 60. People started dropping out because probably, you know, bedtime hours, families, kids, work week. I'll talk to you guys later, but I'll provide more content. I appreciate you guys for supporting me, man. So I can keep the lights on and keep doing this. You guys actually keep me doing this, man. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys a lot. If you guys truly do believe in me, and this is my plea to you guys, I want to get better. I want to get better at debate. I want to get better at framing arguments. I want to get better at engaging liberal scumbags and destroying their arguments. I want to be Christ forgive me a sinner every day, right? I want to be better and lean more towards theosis than yesterday, every single day, right? I should do this ceasingly, pray ceasingly. Like, and I know I'm speaking to my Orthodox people out there, my brothers. I think it's extremely important that we get in the fight. That's why I'm here. I'm here so that way I can be held accountable by my Orthodox brethren, my family out there as well too. But I also want to hold you guys accountable. We have to support each other. We have to safeguard Christianity. We have to gatekeep Christianity. That's what I mean. You know, the gates of hell shall not prevail. That's the mindset that I have. But this in terms of debate, right? So I want to debate the liberal left the whole time. I don't want to give them an inch, right? The whole not one step back thing. That's what I want. And I want to promote this through and through. This is why I do debates. I do debates so that way the panelverse, people like that, their whole beliefs, they're not in the fight. They don't have a dog in the fight. They're moral relativists. They're not here. We are actually fighting feminism. We're fighting liberal ideology. We're fighting Wicca, witchcraft, all this feminism. We're fighting all this, right? That's what we're doing. And if you guys support me, hopefully I can make you guys proud, keep putting in this work and get better. I want to be one of these people that they turn around maybe 2 years from now. Marte's an elite debater. Can't say that about me right now because I think I'm a D-level at best, maybe D-level debater, right? Somebody says, you're not the best debater. I'd agree with them. You know, there's people far better than me, but I want to get better. And I think that'll happen. I think I will be better. Put your faith in Christ before you put your faith in me, by the way, too. Pray for me, a sinner, every single day. So I want to get better, man. We'll get better together. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you guys staying here with me and following through as we destroy these libtards every single day. Damn, this could have been a time for my theme music, bro. This could have been one of those times for that, man. This could have been perfect. Damn it. Look. I could have played this music when I was saying this. Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, as we engage with the liberal left. All right, man. I'm having too much fun. Hold on. I got the soul version of the song, though. I got the hood version of the song. Look at that. I got the beat and everything, too. It's just... Let's fucking go. Anyways, It's been real. We're going to destroy some liberal libtards pretty soon. I'll keep you guys informed on the schedule and my debates on my channel. Next up, Steve Hofstetter after June 9th. That's coming up. Look forward to that debate, by the way. We have another debate with Vibe. If you guys know him, he looks like Ned Flanders on Force Doctrine. Tyler. We have a Jubilee All-Star. I'm working on the debate against him. He's another black guy. Allegedly, he's pretty good. We'll see it. We'll put that to the test. And also the new female enemy Charlie or Chuck. There's another one. I guess they come in pairs. She's new to debate, but she's a staunch feminist. I have a lot of content planned for you guys. My schedule's chaotic, but the destruction of the libtards is coming. I assure you that. Christ is God. May Christ be with each and every one of you. We're going to kill them. It's going to happen. We're going to destroy them. Oh, what the still awake? Shit, I left when you said leave. You're leaving. Yeah, I know, but I'm not one step back, bro. Anyways, we're out of here, man. Finally, we're out of here, man. And we're going to close up shop. I'm always on color people time. Like, forgot his name. The guy looks like Forrest Whitaker. He's like one of the priests. What's his name? I sent like Andrew Wilson a video of this guy telling him that he was praying for him and Rachel. Forgot his name. Anyways, he looks like Forrest Whitaker. He's one of the black fathers out there. It's good people. Turbo Qualls looks like Forrest Whitaker. I had him send Andrew Wilson a video. It's pretty good. I'll probably play it for you guys sometime. Anyways, Christ is God. Love y'all. See you guys later. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm hitting the wrong button. All right, you guys.